I am sorry. Are you okay?
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
When you're in the trenches, you know, it's cool to shoot them bullets. How you gonna defend yourself when them bullets coming back?
Davis thought Santa Cruz was gonna fall from his...
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
12 years. I never expected it to turn out like this. TheBoxingVoice.com. Shout out to the community, man. I appreciate y'all.
What's happening, people?
Info Joe, Los Angeles, in the building.
Adrian, the problem wrong, the man from the frozen tundra.
Keem, straight out of Florida. Liz Lowe, Decatur, Georgia.
You already know what it is. It's the Queen, Martha K, Detroit, stand up.
David Maldonado, New York City. Yo, Nuss, don't cut me off, man. Don't cut me off.
King Amin of Essex, catch me for them championship rounds.
Big Super Mac, Plainview, Texas.
Davidian in Buffalo. God bless you all.
In Jesus' name.
Outside ain't nothing. Without the callers, it ain't nothing, man.
Bad Girl, TKO, San Diego, California.
Big Fish Vegas, Palm Beach, Florida. Intrigue the Incredible, straight out the ATL. James Benitez, Huntsville, Alabama. It ain't hating, it's just the truth.
Show Kid, Mount Vernon, New York, suckers.
SDS Promotions.
Coach Mide from London, UK.
Let's go! I'm ready!
Checking in from Tennessee, it's Lethal James, P-A-Y-N-E. It's lethal.
Line 6 Reed, just spreading that boots gospel.
Bo from Bama, only in America.
Well, I'm a true attestation to the American dream.
King Born, Crown Heights, Brooklyn. You heard? 4 chicken wings and french fries, breakfast and champions. Let's get to it.
JT, New Orleans, Louisiana.
Stuff like that.
Yo, TVV, this Coach J-Mac. New Orleans, Louisiana, 504, baby.
What have you?
C-Y-E.
California.
Like the video, subscribe to the channel, join YouTube members and Patreon for some.
This is the #1 pound for pound and 2-division champion, Marvin the Tank Furman from Dallas, Texas.
LV Southern, from DC to Stunt City, Bomb Squad.
Brandon Maurice, aka the AJ Trucking, straight out of Cincinnati, baby.
Madback 100, U.S. Virgin Islands.
Chick Chickarelli, Hollywood, California.
Louis Reyes, Boston, Mass. Yo, drop that SDS shit,
This
son.
message was brought to you by SDS Promotions.
The voice of the people. There is no equal. You can add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation. TheBoxingVoice.com.
As I always say, please make sure you push the thumbs up. Share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast. This is TBD for life. If you ain't on Patreon, that's because you're stupid.
What up? Yes. What's up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. First and foremost, apologies for the late start. Shit happens. But just in case you thought I was going to leave you without an evening podcast, we're back like we never left. And we're here to discuss Shakur Stevenson and his decision, or should I say his team's decision to turn down the Gervonta Davis fight. Now, for a few days, we've been wondering what happened to the Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson fight that has been long rumored. And ever since, Shakur has turned to free agent, mum's been the word. Many have been saying it's because Tank Davis was taking care of business in Paris Olympics, and he had no time to negotiate. But that must have not been true. it seems as if there was an offer sent to Shakur, an offer that maybe he and his team decided not to take because the time isn't right financially just yet. But I'll let you hear the take of Antonio Leonard, one of the managers of Shakur Stevenson, and you'll hear the voice of Kenny Ellis as well. Up to you to put it together. So let's get started with Ellis, who is suggesting that an offer came through to Shakur, but he didn't accept it, and Ellis doesn't know why. This is that particular video in question, and we'll play that now, courtesy of Ellie Setback.
Who would you lean towards if you had to pick right now?
I would love to fight Shakur because I always said Shakur and Tank was the best. But Shakur, for some reason, he's not going to take it. I want him to take it.
You hear him? He would love Shakur, but Shakur, for some reason, is not going to take it. I would love him to take it. We didn't know why. We didn't know if Kenny was telling the truth. But now with the newest piece of evidence, it may infer that Kenny is telling the truth and that Shakur did not take the offer. But again, let's let you hear that.
I always said Shakur and Tank was the best. But Shakur, for some reason, he's not going to take it. I want him to take, we wanted to fight Lomachenko, but he's not taking it. So it's whoever they feed.
So obviously he wanted Shakur to take it, but Shakur is not taking it. They wanted Loma, but they're not getting Loma. So now it's whoever they feed him. But this is an interview with Antonio Leonard on the Willie D live conversation on YouTube, where Antonio Leonard speaks on behalf of Shakur and why the fight isn't taking place just yet.
How likely is it that Shakur Stevenson fights Tank Davis?
At some point, they both keep winning. It's like, what are you going to do? The money going to get so big. Floyd Mayweather fought. They was talking about Floyd Mayweather fighting Manny Pacquiao 7 years earlier before they ever fought. 7 years earlier, they both probably would have made $10 million apiece. When they did fight, the pay-per-view did $460 million and the gate did $82 million. They both made over $150 million in that one night. Mm-hmm. So they eventually gonna have to fight each other. There's no doubt about it. But I don't have no problem with it happening, 2 years from now. It just makes the money get better.
How likely is
money get better? And 2 years from now, it just makes the money get better. It happening, I don't have no problem with it happening, 2 years from now. It just makes the money get better. I don't have no problem with it happening, 2 years from now. It just makes the money get better.
So he doesn't have a problem with the fight happening 2 years from now. It only makes the fight get better, which means there was an offer, the money isn't right, or the money isn't right for the risk today. Let's wait. And now we see Shakur not talking about Tank Davis. Now we see Shakur's attention turned to Zepeda and Turki Al-Sheikh. He's not even talking about Tank Davis anymore. So it seems like there was a legitimate offer or conversations with Shakur team where Shakur or his team advised the Tank Davis team that they're not interested in that fight right now. And that's why Tank has to move on. I mean, that's what I'm gathering from both of these videos now that we have Antonio Leonard, saying everything that he said. You factor that in with Kenny Ellis saying that he doesn't understand why Shakur isn't taking it. One has to assume. You can assume and you can become an ass. We know that, but I like to follow these breadcrumbs, and that's what it looked like we doing. If you are interested in calling in even though we're a little late for this subject, feel free to do so. The number to call, 563-999-3427. Press 1 time. Voice your opinion right here. Voice of the People hotline, where you can voice your opinion. Let us know if you believe Shakur did receive an offer, if you believe that Antonio Leonard and James Prince advised Shakur to wait it out a little bit, to wait that fight out, that fight is still available if they don't do it now, and try to let it marinate. Try to let that fight maybe build and be a little bit bigger than what it is this morning, or afternoon. But Two-Tone the Superstar, what it do, Superstar?
What it do? Happy hour TBV, the best thing on your drive home from work, man. Yeah, man, Shakur Stevenson, they did send you an offer. This is 100% the reason why I made that post today on Twitter. When Tank has nothing to do, no fight lined up, you and the rest of the cronies get quiet. Y'all get so quiet. But when Tank got a fight lined up, y'all posting pictures in your mansion, shirt off, moissanite chains. Y'all just going crazy. When Tank ain't got nothing to do, they quiet, Ness. They quiet. It's nasty work, man. It's nasty work. Run the fade now. How you think Ryan Garcia got the fight? Y'all call Ryan Garcia crazy, but when Ryan want to fight, Ryan gonna get the fight. He gonna be posting every single day. Let's run the fade. Let's catch the smoke. Now Shakur Stevenson won't even say nothing. And it even got disgusting. He trying to sell us on a Joe Cordina fight? How dare you, Shakur? How dare you?
Wait, what do you mean Cordina? Cordina lost his belt. What is he even speaking about Cordina?
Exactly. Go to his Twitter right now. He's arguing with a fan trying to big up Cordina like he was weak at 130. At 135, he might be strong. What are you doing, Shakur?
Oh, boy.
Nasty work, bro. That's what Tank got all these dudes scared. Every last one of them is scared except Ryan Garcia. Everybody else is scared. Nobody want to run to the smoke. They scared, bro. It's nasty. It's nasty. Joe Cordina? What? Eddie Hearn wilding. They wilding. And I knew the word marination gonna come. Shakur, you can wait it out. You ain't got to get knocked out next. Let's get a couple more checks before you get knocked out. Nasty. Nasty, bro.
You terrible. You give him that voice.
This is horrible. Hey, it is what it is, man. I thought Shakur wanted that smoke. I thought he wanted it.
Me too.
Now it's
Mayweather and Pacquiao took 7 years to build. Yo, I'm just getting tired of that. That was the same Errol Spence mentality, bro. Like, we cannot assume that all these dudes is gonna be able to be Floyd and Manny. Floyd and Manny, first and foremost, had their own fan bases and was both respectfully doing their own pay-per-view. Like, yo, this ridiculousness that we're gonna wait it out and make as much money as Floyd and Pacquiao when neither one of y'all are on pay-per-view like Floyd and Pacquiao.
Right.
This is crazy, bro. Like, you can never build like Floyd and Pacquiao if you ain't moving like Floyd and Pacquiao. Like, this shit is just weird, bro. I don't get it. Crazy.
Yeah. And Pacquiao's handlers, they made it a point to say, okay, we gonna market off Floyd name. Whoever he fight, we gonna fight.
Exactly. Smart marketing, smart matchmaking, and that doesn't really happen anymore because a lot of these guys ends up with options. So even if you want to use them, whoever just used them still kind of owns the paperwork to them for the next 2 or 1 fight, making it difficult for you to get that. But you see, that's what they're doing with Munguia and Derevyanchenko this Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Derevyanchenko is fighting Billy, who fought Munguia, intertwined with Canelo. So Munguia trying to get that, and Billy trying to get that cachet, by beating Derevyanchenko that we last remember losing to Munguia, who just was in the ring with Canelo. Pretty strategic. Let's see, does it work? Yeah, man. A little bit disappointed and sad yet again. I was disappointed and sad in the first show, and here I am again, disappointed and sad because, I was one of those guys that really thought Shakur and Tank should be next. I remember I was met with a lot of resistance for wanting Shakur and Tank next over Loma and Tank. Loma and Tank somehow became the fan favorite over Shakur. Loma turns the fight down. Then the world focuses their attention on Shakur, and we still don't get that fight. Seems pretty whack. But phone lines are open if you guys want to call in and voice your opinion as well. We are taking calls. The number to call, 1-563-999-3427. Discord available. Twitter Spaces available. We're going out to Zorro.
Yo, Ness, you can hear me?
Yep.
This is Yoko. What up, Two-Tone?
What's cracking?
Yo, man, I got to say, man, I think y'all wildin'. Like, how can we just assume off them videos that Shakur got the offer? I don't really think he got the offer either. Remember, he said that he was waiting on a callback. You don't remember that?
Who's waiting on a callback, bro?
Shakur said he was waiting on a callback. He ain't never get no callback.
Yeah, I mean, based off his manager, you know why he ain't get a call back. His manager wanted to wait for 2 years.
Man, who you talking about? Shakur manager?
Yeah.
Come on, bro. You can't assume that just because he said he wouldn't mind that. You act like he said, yeah, that fight should happen 2 more years. He said, you know what I mean?
I mean, think about it, champ. We played the audio of Kenny saying he don't know why Shakur not taking it. We played the audio of his manager saying they not ready for the fight for 2 years. And we see Shakur hanging with Turkey Al-Sheikh talking about William Cepeda. Do it sound like he's fighting Tank next?
Kenny said, I thought Kenny said.
Just answer me. Just answer me. Do it sound?
Nah.
Right.
I said a lot. No, I said a lot, but I don't think Kenny said that. He said he don't think Shakur would take it. Where you get the he
He said Shakur ain't taking it. I don't know why, but I'll replay it once your call done.
Yeah, I think he was insinuating he don't think he gonna take it. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I think that fight gonna happen soon though. I think it's gonna happen soon, but I don't think Shakur ducking at all. I mean, come on now, these dudes talking about we can't do what we do against Shakur, and you got Kevin Ford talking about they in negotiation with another fighter. What type of shit is that? You notice how every time Shakur name is brought up to Kevin Ford, this nigga worry about the ticket sales, the parking tickets, the convention, everything gotta make money. That nigga worry about everything else but Shakur and Tank getting in the ring. Y'all notice that?
Mm-hmm.
But Shakur ducking. All right. And one last thing before I go, Ness. I typed the super chat in the other day. I know you read it about Abdullah Mason. Yeah, that's my young boy. But why you think he can't beat up Kambosos right now?
Kambosos. Oh wow. Yeah, no. Kambosos is a former champ. I mean, I would need. Like, dude, did you see who he's fighting this weekend? Have you heard of that dude?
No.
Right.
But if we
so
going
what?
By,
how does his last?
If
we going by his last 5 fights, how does that tell us that they gonna throw him in there with Kambosos?
Oh man, he beat up Kambosos right now.
So why they ain't even put him in a 10 rounder yet?
They should. They should.
That's what your eyes tell you.
I'm pretty sure he know him. What you think, Two-Tone? Before I get off here, you think Abdullah beat up Kambosos?
I think it'd be a strong test, man. We got to put some respect on Ferocious Kambosos' name, man. He done went through some hitters, bro. Devin, Loma, come on, bro. Maxie Hughes.
And he ain't getting stopped. Like, Loma the only dude that stopped him out of all them names he fought, and we just going to think Abdullah could do that. I don't know. But more information that leads, because Tank could have said here, shut your ass up. I'm going to see you after the fight, see if you still talking like that. Or shut your ass up, you know what I mean? I'm about to shut your mans up, and you can't be dick rotting no more. He ain't say none of that. And the reason he ain't say that is because the fight not happening. What am I talking about? I'm talking about this back and forth that I'm screen sharing with Tank Davis and Raymond Ford. Raymond Ford quote tweeted somebody else, right? Somebody that was talking highly of Tank in the YouTube video, and Raymond Ford put underneath that YouTube video on Twitter, dick eating again, with the crying emoji. Tank seen that and added Raymond Ford, the former champ, and said, shut your bitch ass up and get back to work. Dick eat that bum ass ninja. And you know he talking about Shakur, because Shakur and Raymond are friends. Again, if there was a fight, he'd have told him, like, man, shut your ass up. I'm about to cook your mans now. What you gonna say that? He ain't say that. And we know that's how Tank talk. So the fight ain't there. Like, y'all want to make excuses? Come on. Mum's been the word for a minute. Tank been in Paris. The last thing we heard was that they wanted the fight. Last thing we heard, they was sending an offer. Now we hear Antonio Leonard saying this. And I'm going to play it again because it seems y'all got selective hearing. But we could just go right to here where he tells you from the door.
They eventually going to have to fight each other. There's no doubt about it. But I don't have no problem with it happening, 2 years from now. It just makes the money get better.
How likely is
2 years from now? Come on. Lowe's knows boxing. Tell us you know boxing. For real.
Musty energy.
Yo, Ness, what's good?
Yo, what up?
Yo, what's up, man? Yo, Two Tone, you are the DJ Academics of TDV, if you know what that is. That's who you are, DJ Academics, bro. AKA Mama May looking for you. Yo, I gotta say this, man. Tank Davis is looking like he changed my perspective. You know what I'm saying? In terms of skills, forget about resume, forget about belts. In terms of physical skills and tools, Tank Davis and Terrence Crawford are the two most complete fighters in boxing today. And I'm starting to believe that Tank Davis is one of the most feared boxers today. Due to the narratives that people were pushing in the past, it's all fake, bro. Nobody was calling Tank out. When Devin was calling him out, Tank was always busy in a fight or in jail. Even my boy Tio, when he was calling Tank all type of, I'm not gonna say what he was calling him, Tank was in jail or he wasn't fighting. Shakur Stevenson, I firmly believe, man, he don't believe he can beat Tank Davis. I believe if he fights Tank Davis, he's gonna go in there and try to survive. You see, the thing about boxing nowadays is nobody wants to be a meme. Because when you lose, you become a meme. When you lose, you go on social media. When you fight Tank Davis, you become a highlight reel because there's no way you're going to beat the man. He's just as slick as Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney. He's just as athletic as Teofimo Lopez, and he punching like Deontay Wilder, and he got a Canelo chin. How you going to beat that? Unless you Sugar Ray Leonard. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I firmly believe these call-outs are fake. Big shout-out to Ryan Garcia, a man who I always say should be banned for life because he's going to kill somebody one day in the ring with his cheating ways. But Ryan Garcia was crazy enough to go in there with Tank. The only other guy out of the four young guns that I believe will actually try to beat Tank in a fight would probably be Tio, because Tio's crazy too, right? But other than that, I think the other guys, Devin a little crazy because Devin got hard. He get up from knockdowns, but I don't think he get enough from a Tank knockdown. I think Shakur is just gonna go there to survive. Tank Davis got the intimidation factor outside the ring. The only person that was able to match that bravado outside the ring with Tank that wasn't scared was Tevin Farmer, because he's from North Philly. North Philly ain't scared of Baltimore guys. You know what I mean? And Tank Davis got the it factor, bro. I don't see nobody calling him out right now. He don't got a fight. He don't got a dance partner. Everybody is cricket. You don't hear Bill Haney making memes right now, doing videos. You know what I'm saying? Shakur Stevenson is not saying nothing right now about Tank Davis. Nobody saying nothing. Lomachenko ain't trying to fight Tank.
All right, he must have got a call, keeping it moving. On Discord, we got Joe Pilot. What up?
Yo, it's me again. Yo, put the visuals on Discord so like that I can hear you on speak on the phone. Because I think if you don't show the visuals, I gotta wear this headset. And in Discord,
it's just sounds
better. There. All right. Yeah, man, we already knew what it was, bro. We already knew what it was, man. You know, I give credit to Shakur. I don't think he's as boring as people think he is. You know, yeah, you know, he doesn't like feeling any wind around the chin. I don't blame him. You know, if you've been in fights before, it's not nice getting punched in the face. But yeah, man, Shakur team doesn't even say that they, you know, want to negotiate or they want to work out percentages. They flat out just didn't take the fight, which means they're not ready. Because if it was like a money issue or something, they would have said it. You know, maybe in a few days they'll come out to, you know, save face a little bit. Because, you know, they tune into TBV, man. They probably listen and they're like, oh, shit, the callers want to know why you ain't take the fight. We can't tell them you ain't ready. But at the same time, it's like you said, what marination? There's no marination to be done. Shakur's never going to be an A-side pay-per-view fighter. He's never going to be that. He doesn't have the style to sell that fight. And it's rare. Like, Tank's an anomaly to be selling pay-per-views at 134 and 140. It's like, it's rare. Like, you can count on your hands the people that actually done that. I mean, successfully. Shakur got a... Shakur, I don't know, man. Now they talking about Cordina. Like, bro, you really messed up the bag. You should have stayed at Top Rank, secured that $3 million guaranteed. You're over here pocket watching Bud. You're over here being a follower because that's what Shakur gives me vibes of. He's a follower. He wants to do everything Bud's doing. But the thing is, you could have got $3 million guaranteed and you could have unified. You could have stacked up that resume, built up your profile. What are you doing? Gonna fight Cordina. What are you doing, bro? Cepeda, you know who's about to take that Tank fight? Cepeda. Tank is about to take that fight away from Shakur because he's a silly-ass nigga. That's what he is. He's a goofy-ass nigga. That's what Shakur always been. And, you know, it's crazy. Like, what are you doing? You should have re-signed with Top Rank. Like, Top Rank been good to you. Oh, they don't treat black fighters right. You got Joel Gonzalez. You got the Valdez fight. Then you blew weight. Then you basically got back into basically mandatory position at 35. Top Rank did good by Shakur, bro. Like, you know, like, you're just trying to go with the narrative. Oh, Top Rank hates black fighters. They don't like, bro, like, yo, Shakur's a goofy ass nigga, bro. That's what he is. Like, what are you doing over there in Riyadh? You're fighting in Saudi Arabia. Joe Cordina, who just got knocked out. That's what you're planning on fighting. Cepeda's not going to fight you now. He's probably going to try to wait for that Tank fight. He already sees it through the bushes. I can already see that fight happening. There's nobody else. There's nobody else there. Loma's not fighting you. Loma's not fighting Tank. You just if I hear something, I'll call back in.
All right. We got. Go ahead, champ.
That's what Shakur trying to do. Trying to play musty devil's advocate. He want to fight Joe Cordina so he can get a stoppage, so he can boost his stock. His team's probably coming from a perspective of you need some sort of stoppage so you don't get A-sided to death from Gervonta
That's
Tank Davis.
nasty, yo. So Eddie is really trying to make this fight? Because I just been tagged on a thing that says in the recent interview, Eddie Hearns revealed that Shakur Stevenson versus Cordina is in talks.
Yeah. He's on there gassing him up like Shakur does, which I love. I love how Shakur gasses up his opponents, but this is just nasty.
Wow. Look like Moulton is back on the August 24th card in Mexico. He's officially on the Mayweather undercard. He got an opponent. Shout out to Carmel Moulton. Jesus, I can't buy that pay-per-view just for Carmel. I'm gonna have to catch the highlights. I hope he's on the prelims or something.
Yeah, he might be on the prelims, but that's fire for Camille, man. I like how Floyd's he's doing the same blueprint. Keep doing that, man. Build Camille up, man.
Yeah, man. Wild. And he just revealed that he made an offer to Karen. I told y'all, yo, people hit me up and said that shit was gonna happen, bro. It's gonna be Raymond Ford on undercard with Jerron Ennis fighting Karen and Raymond fighting whoever I told you the last time. Let me see if I remember here.
In Philly?
Yeah.
Nasty.
Ray is fighting as the co-main on November 9th. And Boots is fighting Karen in November.
Nasty work. And Hitchens Lipinets is nasty work too. Both musty energy.
Hitchens Lipinets is nasty work as a main event, absolutely. If they're trying to make that a main event
in Brooklyn,
that's wild. That's wild. That can't be main event. They need something stronger. Tank, what up? Joker, Tanke.
What up, Ness?
What up?
What up, Two Tone?
What up?
Yo, so how long? How much? How many more years do they want to add to this, Ness?
Two more. They good with the fight happening in 2 more years.
Yeah, that puts Shakur at the age of 29, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was looking at some stuff on the face of boxing, bro. You know this dude at the age of 23 gave you an Austin Trout, a Floyd Mayweather, an Angulo, and a Eddie Islandi Lara before he turned 24 years old. By the time this dude was 27, he had added Cotto and Gennady Golovkin. This crazy, bro. Like, I dislike when people label fighters as greats or the next great thing. Motherfucker's about to be 30 years old by the time he fights Tank. Like, what are we talking about? This is why we don't got no stars, bro. I believe the resumes are over marinated like a mofo. Man, you got a 27-year-old Boots that really hasn't fought anything, bro, and a lot of people clamor for him to be the next great thing. Virgil was another guy, but he showed me a lot in his last fight, which was dope. You know, that's what I want to see. That's what I want to see from Boots. I mean, there's Stanionis. Get into with that dude. Who's another dude? Shit, David. At least he has a plan, you know? That's a really good win. But other than that, bro, like, what have you really done? You're with 27, 28. I mean, if you want to say so, I didn't really think that fight was going to be competitive when it was made. I called it a run over, and that's what it was. You know, this crazy, bro. I thought this was what the turkey wanted, Ness. So this is why Shakur couldn't answer the turkey when they were ringside and the turkey was telling him, I need to know now. Man, we're calling Canelo David a duck. I'm calling this a bigger duck with track shoes on it. This motherfucker ain't swimming in that water. He's running through that bitch. This shit is crazy, bro. I don't understand. Let's get the fight on right now if we can make it. Like Two Tone said, we talk shit about Ryan, but this dude has already been in there with Haney and Tank. And he's younger, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Facts. And Duarte.
Yeah, bro. Like, damn. This shit is crazy. Y'all need to pump the brakes when putting tags on these young fighters that haven't really done anything in the game. I've been watching this shit way too long. It irritates me sometimes, bro. Y'all want to compare these dudes and label them greats, but they can't hold a damn candle next to like the Buds and the Canelos, bro.
That's the bell, player. I hear you, man. I hear you. You know, no one ever foreseen this. You know, there was a lot of clout on Core, but no one ever foreseen anything like this. Someone is telling me that Shakur responded to Kenny. According to Shakur, he says, let me I actually just screen share it, but he's saying that he ain't getting no offers. Again, you know, this could be showing face. I'm sorry, because why is your manager saying that he's good with the fight happening 2 years from now? And this the same manager that said that the Devin fight, remember Antonio Leonard, his son, the last time. This is the father now. The last time it was the son that said, you know, that the Devin fight wasn't ready, 8 million ain't enough, and all this crazy stuff, remember? So I don't know.
Right.
But I'm going to screen share these two posts, and we can go from there. We might not need to share two. I think it's just really one. but we'll get to it in a bit. Let's see. Yeah, I think we just got a screen share one. Oh, we actually do have to share both. All right. So this is the first one here. And this is Shakur responding to somebody here who says, whoa, laugh out loud. Now you know we got a fact check with the champ at Shakur now that those claims were made. Laughing my ass off. Shakur comes back and says, he just talking like he always do, the troll. I ain't getting no offers or nothing about the fight. Cool. We got one more to show. And that is this one. And Shakur comes back and says, I have a solid team. They would never not tell me. He's 100% lying. And that's because he's answering to this tweet where the guy is saying, did your team, Jay Prince, get an offer, though, and not tell you because they turned it down, because they turned down the percent? I don't know who lying about what, but could that be the case? Because I'll let it go to them first. If not, Kenny needs to be quiet. I don't know, dog. So that's the dude insinuating that maybe an offer came and James and Leonard just was like, answered it on behalf of Shakur. Shakur's making it clear they wouldn't do that. We shall see. But this is also last week, and this is, Tank negotiations, and this is Shakur here.
With Gervonta Davis, because you're a free agent, and where do you sit with that? Do you want that? Is that even realistic, or is it just a rumor?
Yeah, I would love that fight, but honestly, I know that his team or somebody part of his team was reaching out to my team. We told them to send an offer. Nobody really got back to us yet, so right now he's in the Olympics. We call him Olympic Tank, and he's focused on that right now. So I don't know what else to do about that, but one day, we're going to get in the ring regardless, however, which day it is, when it happens. There's no stopping me and Tank getting in the ring with each other.
There you go. Look, I don't know. I was almost with him till he went to, we going to get in the ring regardless. When you start hitting me with that, I'm like, what you mean? I thought you wanted the fight. Now you going to get in the ring regardless? It's going to happen when it happens? Like, what are we talking about here? I don't know. But that's all the information. You are, you have to make your own decision. Is there a possibility no offer was made and they capping? Maybe.
When, I'm telling you, when Tank ain't got nothing to do, that energy be just like that. Somber, quiet, neat. They ain't trying to see that man from Baltimore. It's just, bro, that's nasty at the highest level right there. You see how calm Shakur was? Play the clip when he had the chains on, shirtless, no Diddy.
In his house, but that was in his house though.
Yeah. Shirtless, like I'm ready to smoke. He was on that Berlanga before Berlanga. They both was when they both in the hotel room together as a child. That's they stuff.
We going to Majid. What it do? We at 229,823 subscribers. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and do so. Majid, take it away.
What up? Everybody need to like the video, subscribe to the channel, join YouTube members and Patreon for something. Shit, man. I guess I start off by saying again, like I always say, shout out to motherfucking Deontay Wilder. When he woke up that big ass monster, you know what I'm saying? He just 50-50 the shit, went to get 60-40, went to a draw, went back to the table, you know what I'm saying? Same deal. No bullshit to get a fight made that they said that they wanted made. Ness, I got more clips and everything, but that shit too long, and I'd rather you look over it beforehand because there's a lot of fucking interviews and shit that the team was doing. But I got this saying, you know what I'm saying? We'll wait, You know, when you outside that house or whatever, it's gonna always be these games. They gonna push narrative before they push the fights. Only person we seen really pushing for fights this whole fucking time been Ryan fucking Garcia. Ryan Garcia, the man that went to motherfucking Mike Tyson and had him call up Tank, you know what I'm saying, to put him on spot where, you know, the back was to the fence. You had to do something, or that narrative was going to be all up on him until he got that shit handled. And he did that shit. But I'm like, we don't know who the fuck he fighting next. Everybody gonna be happy because he be knocking shit out and it's fucking exciting. Even I like to go to one of his fights before I go to Shakur, and I got Shakur beating him. So, you know, shout out to his fame, his knockout power, and all that shit. But I feel like the fans and like how gullible they is with these stories, they need to really go on YouTube and listen to how that coach been talking this whole fucking time. What he said to Keyshawn and all of them. That nigga horrible, nasty nigga. But I feel like Tank fans, they like those niggas that like the little hood rat chicks, you know, except they the hood rat chick. And they gullible, you know what I'm saying? They gonna believe anything they want because they just like big hits. The equivalent to them just motherfucking running to a hood nigga that ain't worth shit just for the D. They just want the slammer. I'm calling them little fruit pops. They scared to motherfucking make this fight true demand. Get this shit on. So, well, wait. I can't wait till that day, though, because a lot of people going to lose their money. I feel like this bullshit, but shout out to y'all. Y'all just doing y'all job, but this shit is disgusting. The whole fucking thing. Even Eddie Hearn with the opponents for him and Boost. This shit is all nasty news today. But shout out to y'all. Do y'all thing. I'm out.
All right. Man, shout out to Pacheco's big little brother, Fed Pacheco. He out here working, bro. He's losing weight like a motherfucker. Like
You may feel like
by
it's
the
your
time
time,
he
but it's not
goes,
your
you
time.
know, he gets on that level, he might have a better looking body at that heavyweight division. We got a couple super chats we got to get to. If you're looking to call in, you already know what to do. Landline is available, Discord and Twitter as well. Pristine Sports, $2. First super chat of the day. Shakur, Twitter says cap. He received no offer. I guess he meant to pay. He has received no offer. Keenan Lofton, welcome to the prospect level. What up, Keenan? Salute. Machine Gun Matt Garces, $1 more, you would have been a member. But he sends 2 and says, payday. Kerr wants payday. Damn. Years of lurking, $2. Shakur said he never got an offer. Cap topic, Nis. I mean, you heard the audio, bro. You heard the audio. 619 Cali Factor, $2. It's rumored Shakur versus Cordina might be next. Shaking my head. Yeah, that's wild. Bodywork Boxing, Counterpunch, Joe. Joe Pilot, you got a counterpunch. I'm assuming you the only Joe we know. Dub, $100, $2. Nest Lion, finish the audio. Tank never offered. Finish what audio? Like, what audio am I finishing? And what am I lying about? Like, I'm only playing the audio. Like, what the hell?
Breaking news. Shakur Stevenson just tweeted, somebody told Shakur Turkey offered Zepeda bread, and he said no. And Shakur responded with a quote tweet and said, Zepeda pushed it back. The fight will happen in February. So looking like Joe Cordina is a tune-up.
Stay busy. Stay busy. If Zepeda's not ready, you don't got to sit out. I like that he's staying active. Mad Bet, $100, $5. Daily dose of Tanquil. Chicken emoji, son, which stands for chicken son, seasoned and marinated. Thanksgiving coming. Yeah, that would be good if he was actually fighting him in Thanksgiving. DC3, $2. At Pristine Sports is a clown emoji. Dom B, $2. Ness, that interview was old. It's from 2 fights ago. 2 fights ago. So that means that the fight is still not ready then. ASAP TV, $5. Shakur said, you lying, Ness. What am I? So wait a minute. It says horrible news. Shakur's team feels Gervonta Davis fight is 2 years from now. Let me just play this again, because somehow I'm lying, and this ain't his manager. What the fuck is going on here, bro? It's hard to deal with boxing fans.
Is it that Shakur Stevenson...
Listen to what he's saying.
How likely is it that Shakur Stevenson fights Tank Davis?
At some point, they both keep winning. It's like, what are you going to do? The money going to get so big. Floyd Mayweather fought. They was talking about Floyd Mayweather fighting Manny Pacquiao 7 years earlier before they ever fought. 7 years earlier, they both probably would have made $10 million apiece. When they did fight, the pay-per-view did $460 million and the gate did $82 million. They both made over $150 million in that one night. Mm-hmm. So they eventually gonna have to fight each other. There's no doubt about it. But I don't have no problem with it happening, 2 years from now. It just makes the money get better. But I don't have no problem with it happening, 2 years from now. It just makes the money get better. But I don't have no problem with it happening, 2 years from now. It just makes the money get better.
I just don't get what I'm lying about. All I'm doing is playing the audio, allowing you guys to assess it, call in and interpret it. Like, we're asking each other, did an offer come? Then we played the Kenny Ellis audio where he's claiming he don't know why Shakur ain't taking it.
Is the Shakur fight in November? Is it going to be Ryu? Who would you lean towards if you had to pick right now?
I would love to fight Shakur because I always said Shakur and Tank was the best. But Shakur, for some reason, he's not going to take it. I want to take, we wanted to fight.
So Shakur, for some reason, he's not going to take it. I want him to take it. And then he goes on to say, we wanted to fight Loma. So, again, all we're doing is playing the audio. You have the right to make up your own opinion here.
Yeah, Shakur said about you, Ness. He said, yeah, he's lying. That's nothing unexpected. That's what he does when it comes to my name. Flex emoji.
What am I lying about? I haven't even said anything but played the audio, bro. This is insane to me, bro. Troy King, you got to unmute. All right, Troy, moving on. Bands, what up?
Yo.
Oh,
shit, man. Yeah, man. Hey, I tried to call in during the Riyadh season, but I ain't get connected. But shit, Shakur Stevenson ain't ready, man. I'm a Tank fanatic, man. He ain't ready. Tank got me into boxing, so I seen his development, man. He better than Floyd. He got defense. He a power puncher, and he left-handed. Like, all that combination make you, and he got IQ, so Shakur gonna have to wait. He need to fight Ryan Garcia first, or if Ryan Garcia come back from his ban, he need to fight Devin Haney. Shakur just need to take his time, fight Pitbull, Ryo. He don't need to go to Tank just quite yet, because he gonna get knocked out. That's gonna mess up all his money. His money already messed up to this point. So, shit, man. But nobody can't fuck with Tank, man. Look, this shit is surreal. Like, the nigga that got me into boxing is the greatest. Like, he pack a punch, bro, just like fucking Floyd. Not Floyd, goddamn. I'm tripping. I'm high as fuck. But he, Mike Tyson. That's my second greatest boxer. Man, look, man, this shit is crazy, bro. Like, this man got everything, and he doing, like, a caller, like, one of the first two callers on this shit called in and said he doing shit at 134 to 140 and pay-per-views. I pay for his shit. Like, I'm a fan of his. I watch that shit on my phone if I'm out of town. Like, Tank is just a knockout comment, bro. Like, this shit, I done seen this shit so many years, bro. So, hey, look, I give respect to Devin Haney. Devin Haney can give Tank a run for his money, but he gonna have to be more defensive. He can't do like the Ryan Garcia shit. He can't just go in and throw that try to throw that brick hand and, you know what I'm saying, get land. So I respect Bill Haney and all them, but they haven't been calling Tank out like a caller said. So this shit is just crazy, man. Shout out to Two Tone, shout out to Ness, shout out to Danny. That's my boy. I ain't seen him in a while, but yeah, y'all boys stay blessed, man. I'm out.
All right. Copy cool, what it do?
What's going on, gentlemen? What's going on?
What up?
What's good, man? Let me know if it gets crazy. I'm got you on my Bluetooth in my car. Yeah, man. This shit sucks. For 2 years, we gotta wait for that fight. That fight should be happening now. I don't understand what's the wait up, what's the hold up. I mean, it makes no sense to do from 2 years. I mean, then again, it's typical Tank, right? He waits his fighters out and then decides to fight them on the back end of their careers. Anybody that he's fought with a top name normally fights them on the back end of their career, which is not many, which is what Mayweather did too. So it doesn't surprise me. It's blueprint behind Mayweather. But I thought Shakur was trying to do Cepeda first and then him, or what's going on with that? Is that still going, or? I saw
He just
I
posted.
saw him beefing with.
He just posted that Cepeda and Oscar trying to wait and hold on to that but he might be doing that fight in February.
Okay. All right. So what? So then we're not gonna see Shakur till what, next year, I guess? Because Loma and him were talking spicy to each other at the fight. You know what I'm saying? So that'll be interesting to see if they ended up going with that fight. Because Loma was talking about fighting him right then and there. And you normally don't see him come out of character like that. So that'll be interesting. I know Loma's on the back end of his career for the most part, but that still be interesting to see them. I always wanted to see them fight. You know, you hear the stories of them in training camp together and how one man was getting the best of the other. But I would like to see that now happen. You know what I'm saying? And I know Two Tone was talking about Berlanga earlier. Do you think I gotta just entertain after the fight? I'm going Munguia route. Now that he's at 68.
Say again.
So I said entertain this thought, man. So I'm thinking like since Berlanga now is gonna have the big screen, right? He's gonna have a name. When lose or draw against Canelo, do you think that opens the door for potential fights? Well, obviously they're already talking with Plant, right? Plant's the next guy up, but with Benavidez to fight, or you think Benavidez would rather fight a guy like Munguia over Berlanga?
Yeah, he'll probably want to fight Munguia. I think he'll want to fight Munguia potentially.
Even if Berlanga got that big screen? Even the fact that Berlanga touched that big screen? Well, Munguia already touched the big screen.
Yeah, they both did though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah. All right, man, that's all I really. Oh, and Ness, real quick, I want to tap on what we were talking about
You may
before I got
feel like it's your time, but it's not your time.
Yeah, man, I'll leave that shit for tomorrow, bro.
All right.
Yeah, I'll leave it for tomorrow because it's.
Venom.
Yo, you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, man. As far as the Tank situation with Shakur, I'm not gonna put too much into that because we really don't know. Until Tank comes out or somebody else comes out and says they sent an offer, I'm not gonna put too much stock into it. Now the Zepeda thing, I was about to get in his ass about the Zepeda thing, but he just cleared it up, saying they pushed it back to February. Now here's my only issue with that. They pushed it back to February, so I'm imagining they're gonna put it on the Crawford Virgil card. I like that. I do like that. I'm not gonna say I don't. But I hope he ain't signing a match for him. Like Joe Cordina, do we know the last time Joe Cordina fought us? It had to been 2 years.
Wasn't it when he got knocked out by whoever he fought?
Yeah, he got knocked out by somebody, but that shit had to been over a year ago, maybe 2 years. But look, Shakur, he fumbled the bag. He could have signed with fucking Golden Boy. He could have got the Floyd Schofield fight as an introductory to Golden Boy. Then he could have got the Zepeda fight. Then he could have fought Ryan Garcia. Then he could have re-signed, fought Jose Ramirez. Then fought Kenneth Sims. Like, they had the blueprint for him. Shakur just fumbled the Floyd Mayweather print. He just fumbled the bag. They had the fighters all lined up for him. And Shakur's taking Matchroom, who they might give you Liam Paro, who no one knows. He's a good fighter, but no one knows him. They might give you Matias, where his stock dropped. No one thinks he's a boogeyman. Everyone thinks he trash, just like Isaac Cruz. The best fighter that they got name-wise and as a fighter is Richard Sid Hitchens. And they used to be buddy-buddy. So I don't even know if that fight's going to happen. Shakur just fumbled the bag with Golden Boy. Now look, Shakur, if you do fight Zepeda, that's fine.
How did he fumble the bag? It's Zepeda and Oscar that are not ready. They the one asked for more time. Like, even Panda said that.
That's what No, Panda did not say that. Panda said they were ready.
No, Panda said that William wanted, but he asked for it to be in the end of November, early December. What are you talking about? We played the audio.
Oh yeah. That's all. They just wanted it at the end of the year.
All right,
but
Shakur,
hold on,
no, you hold on. No, you hold on. Shakur and Turkey Al-Sheikh wanted it now. It's William that wants to wait. So how did Shakur
wait till November, December?
Yes, you're laughing, but if they're paying you now to fight now, and your opponent is ready now, and he's the A side with the title. What are you laughing at? Why are you saying that somehow
Is he the A side? Because now he's fighting Joe Cordina. He's not the fucking A side.
Bro, you sound stupid. If he's not the A side, why you think he's fighting Cordina? How do you get to fight Cordina if you're not an A side?
Matchroom's overpaying. We know what Matchroom's doing here.
And
overpaying.
They only overpay A sides, bro. Like, you guys don't even make things make sense. He's not an A side, but they giving him a tune-up to stay on TV in between the fucking William Zepeda fight. But he fucked up the bag. But William Zepeda asked for the fight to get pushed back. What are you guys talking about, bro? Please, man, make some sense. Jay Swift, what up?
Yo, 1-2-1-2. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yo, this goes out to Shakur Stevenson. Because my thing is, I've been watching you for a minute. You're a good fighter, but what you don't know is whether or not you can actually take a punch. Shakur Stevenson does not know that because he hasn't been hit like Gervonta Davis has been hit, like Rolly's been hit, like Ryan's been hit, like Terrence Crawford's been hit, Errol Spence has been hit, because you don't fight enough. See, what you're supposed to do is fight to build up your resistance to the punches that are going to be coming in. And it doesn't mean that you're going to get a whole lot of punches because you're still fast. But if somebody surprises you and sneaks you with that punch, your body is not going to be surprised. It's not going to act badly, but you haven't built up the resistance. So that's number one. Number two, there was something else I wanted to say. Oh, you need to gain weight. And then when you go into a fight, you have to work your way down to the weight and not be already at the weight. Because that's another reason why you're not getting any knockout. Well, you got one, I remember just not too long ago, but that's another reason why you're not getting these knockouts, because you're still fighting in that childlike weight class at 135, and people are fighting are built what do you call it? like Devin Haney. He trains up in his weight, but then he comes down when it's time for him to fight. And you got to be able to do that too, because nobody's giving you any physical athletic suggestions for your wins, and you don't know what to do yourself. And that's going to be a detriment to you. I hope it's not. I really, really do, because I don't want to see you lose. But you've got to start looking at boxing as a means of support for real, for real. I mean, you know, you playing with it now, and that's okay. You're young, I understand. But you're not that young anymore. You're 29 now? You're a grown man. Remember what I said, bro.
You may feel like it's your time.
Let me run
But it's
over
not
into
your
one
time.
more. $5. Is that okay, Ness?
Absolutely.
Okay. What I'm saying is everybody has to learn to take a punch. And if you're not getting punched, you're not fighting the people you're supposed to fight. You're not getting punched. You're eluding these people. You're not getting punched. You don't know if you can take a punch. And if you can, I'm not saying you can't. If you can, you're a little bit timid to even try to take a punch. You know, I had to learn to take a punch at 7 years old because the people on my block in the Bronx, they was bullies. You know, you got to learn to take a punch, and you can't fall from that punch, and you got to hit back. And you got to punch back. And that's the problem. You're not really preparing yourself by eluding all these fighters. You have to fight. You have to. This is what boxers do. There's a reason why Muhammad Ali was the greatest. Because not only could he elude all the fights, but he hit hard as hell. But if somebody hit him like Joe Frazier, he didn't crumble. And that's what you got to understand. You got to be able to take that punch. And the only way you're going to be able to take that punch is boxing, fighting, not shadow boxing and not training in the ring with other boxers. You actually have to get into a fight and, you know, suck it up. Be that nigga. There's no other way to do this. I don't know why you keep, why nobody has told you this, but I also know that Oscar does not really care to put you up on game. He's like, if you can fight, you can fight. If we can make some money, I'll make some money off you. But he's not really putting you up on game, and that sucks. Anyway, I'm out. I owe you 10, Ness. I'll pay it to you right now, okay?
It's only 5, champ.
I got you for 10. Don't worry about it, all right?
You the man. Up next on the check-in. Yeah, so Tone, it seems that person that said, you know, that he asked Shakur, am I a liar or whatever, he must follow and you follow him. I sent him the 2 videos. Get that motherfucker to respond, because it's like, what am I lying about? We using the video, you feel me? Like, I need Shakur to tell Antonio Leonard why he's saying that. Like, I ain't say that shit. All I'm doing is playing the video. Like, I don't get how I'm being thrown in the middle.
You feel like it's your time.
Joe
But it's not
Pilot.
your time.
Actually, Joe, give me a second. I want to play your video real quick that you sent in reference to Eddie Hearn on the Shakur news. So this is Eddie on what looks like Cigar Talk.
I think Shakur's in a good spot where, you know, if I'm Shakur, I chase the Zepeda fight.
Yeah.
Right? And I keep building my brand into the Tank fight next year. And that's a big fight when it happens. And listen.
So this is Eddie saying, if I'm Shakur, I'm chasing a Zepeda fight and I build into the Tank fight. So Eddie's saying next year. Leonard is saying not this year. Kenny is saying he don't know why Shakur ain't taking it, but Ness is lying. Cool, man. Cool story, bro. Cool story, bro. Didn't Eddie say he was working on behalf of Shakur too? Didn't he say he got the okay, the green light from James Prince? So is Eddie's word just a promoter, or is he talking about Shakur because he acting on behalf of Shakur? But nah, I'm lying. You know what I mean? Cool story, bro. I'm the liar out here. You know, I'm the one, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, cool.
It looked like Shakur's gonna go Joe Cordina,
William
then William
Zepeda,
Zepeda,
and then hope that the Tank fight is back on the table.
or Andy Cruz. So this could be 2 years away.
Andy Cruz, holy shit.
No, he's number 8 in the WBC. If you go, because Shakur.
Nah, I hear you. Listen, get that money. Get that money, Pent. I said it already. I'm cool with Andy Cruz. I'm cool with him doing what Floyd did to Canelo. For Andy, he's trying to be Loma. I'm not hating on nobody's attempt to be great. Joe Pilot is on you.
It's me again. Man. Yeah, man. I didn't have too much to cook up, but you know, I know how to stir up the pot, man. Yo, it's crazy the world we live in. A 3-division former unified champ is chasing a Mexican that's never had a belt. That's crazy. Yo, you can't even make this up in boxing. Shakur's chasing Cepeda. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Hearn getting Berlanga that Canelo fight got these guys signing with Hearn. I give it to Hearn, man. Yo, man, that's nickel slick right there, because he's slick, man. He really got these people thinking that, bro, like, I tell you the truth, it's better to sign a Hearn than Golden Boy, because what is Venom talking about? When has Shakur ever said about moving up to 140? When has he ever said that? This man's clearly never been interested in going up there. He's clearly, like, why would he go to Golden Boy?
He has flirted with that in interviews. Nothing like crazy, like, oh, I'm moving up, but like, he said things like the fight with him and Matthias would be good. Him and Ryan, he mentioned at a catch weight of 144, and then he said he would go to 47. So don't say he never said. He certainly has said in certain videos.
Nah, I know, but you know, it's like I don't know. I think he just says that because he don't want to seem like he's ducking smoke. You know, I know, I'm from the East Coast, Northeast. I know how they talk up here, bro. He's not going up there. He's out here scared to bang with De Los Santos at 35. He's scared to bang with Artem. Man, you think that man in his right mind is going up to 40? Bro, Ryan will put that boy in a mental institution. I'm telling you, he'll punch him through, he'll break his wrist through that high guard he be having. If he can catch him. But yeah, man, Shakur, man, you fumbled the bag without knowing it, bro. You fumbled it. This fight 2 years from now, with these lackluster performances you're doing, isn't gonna mean nothing. You're gonna get paid the same amount of money, and you're probably gonna be a couple steps slower. And I think you actually had a better chance of beating Tank now, because we've seen Tank, like I think with movers and guys with high IQ and stuff. But at the same time, you was gonna have to go at him because Tank is the A side. That treatment you got with De Los Santos and Artem, you wasn't, and Nakatili, you wasn't gonna get that with Tank. You was gonna be at his turf. So Shakur, you fumbled the bag, bro. How are you a 3-division former unified champ chasing a Mexican that's never had a belt?
Can I know why you taking this stance and why you not defending him? That he's the only guy that got to chase fighters to fight him. I'm just
bro. Like, but Tank offering him a fight because at the end of the day, Shakur's a good fighter. I called him my first call. He's a good fighter. He's a very good fighter, bro. I'm not like capping about that. Like, he's a good fighter. Like, anybody with the right mind ain't gonna fight that man.
That's the bell, champ. I got Tyron counterpunch.
Yo, what's good, Ness?
What up?
Shout out TBV, what's good, Two-Tone?
What's cracking?
Not much, man. Bless. Yeah. Like my boy Quan said, man, it's looking like Shakur duck Tank, but it's a money play. right? We've seen this happen in boxing plenty of times. But the energy definitely has shifted from Shakur. You know, we saw him get in the ring with Devin, and and basically we thought that fight was going to happen, and he declined to 25%, and now we got this. This is why you got to respect fighters like Ryan and Tio, definitely. Win, lose, or draw. Ryan got in the ring with Tank. Ryan got in the ring with Devin. We want these fighters to face each other. And I understand it's a business, and I saw an interview with Shakur with Andre, and it was, oh yeah, Tank's a good fighter, I'm a good fighter, it's gonna be big, it's gonna be big. And it's like, I understand, you want to make it as big as it can be, but when you look at the biggest fights, right? Mayweather, Pacquiao, Spence, Terrence Crawford, it's proven that we got in those fights too late because those were terrible fights. Manny and Floyd, that was way too late. If we would have got it earlier, that fight would have been fireworks. Same with Spence and Terrence. So it's like, we need these fighters to get in the ring. I understand touch your bag, but it's like, Shakur, you had a chance to become undisputed versus Haney. Haney went in there. Haney chased Loma. Haney went there and did what he's supposed to do. Respect to Haney, respect to T.O. and Ryan. Those three, to me, separated themselves from Shakur, from Tank, because they actually go in there and fighting each other, you know what I mean? And I feel like T.O. is definitely being left out of this. I feel like I really want to see Tank and T.O. And I want to see Shakur and Tank right now. Like, yeah, I understand, you on that side with Turk. And that's another thing. I just feel like, we just not getting the fights that we supposed to be getting. You know what I mean? And Turk is in the game. He got the money. And I just feel like, I don't know if he needs to change his way a little bit or something, but we got to come together because obviously it's money on the table for everybody to eat right now. So these fights need to happen. You feel me? But yeah, man, I'd rather see Edwin rematch. I don't like this fight, Cardina and Shakur. But that's just my thoughts on it right now, champ. But I appreciate you, man. Shouts out TBV. Salute.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
You may feel like it's your
I
time.
smell something. Hey,
But it's not
Tone,
your time.
hit that button for me in a second. But I smell something that's like a bus trip in northern India.
Musty energy.
Real musty, okay? Shakur said something. He said, well, someone asked him, could it be a possibility that his team was offered the fight? He said, no, my team is solid. They would never. Reminds me of that clip when Ness played it this morning. Remember Kenny said, oh, for whatever reason, he's not going to take the fight, or he didn't take the fight, kind of said something there. And I'm somewhere kind of mixed up in that. Shakur is not being advised properly. And just to take a step back, he's got to choose a direction. You either want to choose the title belts and you want to choose that blue chip route where you're decorated bars and stars, or you step out into the streets and you prize fight. Fighting Tank, fighting Devin, those are prize fights. Even Devin is a little bit more educated route, but he's not being advised because he can't make up his mind. At some point, you say it all the time, the fighter works for you. He's got to decide. If every time the fight is being made or the offer is being made, presumably, and the advisors got more say-so because of the percentages, at some point, the fighters have to want the fight. So, yeah, this is very, very musty energy, man. I can't stand it, man. I can't stand it.
Musty
energy. Yeah, man. It is what it is, man. We'll see. I know based off all this video and audio we playing, he's not fighting Tank. What looks like on the table is Cordina in the interim, and then a potential fight with William Cepeda if Cepeda and Golden Boy decide to agree to that in the end of the year. Because as of right now, they're saying, As of right now, they're saying Zepeda needs till the end of November, early December, according to Panda, who is manager and trainer. So, look, we got more. Go ahead.
Real quick, are we getting the impression that Shakur maybe pops his Riyadh season cherry with Cordina? Is that a possibility?
Absolutely. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, people are laughing, but if Zepeda is the one asking for more time because I think he just had a kid or something crazy, why should Shakur not stay active? Stay active. And I like what Tone said. This helps him get in that knockout column and keep rising the profile. But that's where it puts him, though. Didn't Anthony Cacarsi knock out Cordina?
Yep.
All right. Now, if you don't knock out Cordina.
Yeah. Pressure. This is very pressure fight for Shakur.
Exactly. So.
Gotta stop him.
You about to go in there with a dude that just got stopped. If you don't do the stopping, that's going to be an issue. Jay Swift with another counter.
Jay Swift, what up, bro?
1, 2, 1, 2. Also, shout out to Shakur. You need to take a page out of Edgar Berlanga. I mean, both of y'all Puerto Rican, both of y'all from back east. We all from back east. And you see, he went in all the way dark, like fuck everybody, and he went in and when he fought like he had nothing to lose. Like he had everything to lose and he couldn't lose it. Let me put it that way. And he won. And that's what you got to do, Shakur. You got to do the same thing. You got to look at everybody as food, roadkill. You got to look at everybody like that. And you got to make your eyes low, and you got to get in there and be able to suck it up and take that punch. And even if you duck 15 of them, you're still good. But you got to know, see how fast Edgar Berlanga came up? He came up so fucking fast. Now he's fighting Canelo. That's what you want to do. That's exactly what you want to do. Your Canelo is Tank. But you got to get in there and you got to swing on people. You got to get angry. You got to get fast. And I didn't say move up and wait. I said go up. Take your weight up to 140 pounds, and then when it's time for you to fight, you can train down. It's a lot of Devin does it. Devin does it a lot. But then when his walk around weight, when it's time for him to fight, he's up at 160 something. Fighting people at 140. You gotta learn the tricks of the trade, and Oscar is not trying to teach you that. He's just. If you can win, you can win. If you can't win, you can't win. He don't care. But you need somebody else that can teach you the ins and outs of the boxing trade, not just how to throw punches or elude punches. Anyway, and what's up, Two-Tone? Man, I forget you be on the panel as well. And I always say what's up to everybody. I forget you up there, man. Shout out to you, Two-Tone, man. You be making a lot of sense. Peace. I'm out.
William Zepeda, they said William Zepeda had a new kid, right?
I think that's why he asked for the pushback.
Feel like it's your time.
Now, if Gervonta Tank Davis give that man a call, it's going to be F them kids. He number one in the WBA.
Word.
Them kids, you gonna have to wait. Tank is calling.
You seen Usyk had to do that. When it's time, it's time.
Word.
Shakur ain't worth F them kids.
We got Angel Quinones. Shout out to the Best Boxing Podcast. Flex emoji, $5 Cash App. And then we got Drew with the Cash App. What it do on the counterpunch?
Yo, I'm audio.
Drew, I see you putting up that weight, man. Is it working out for you?
Oh, it's working out. I'm about to really start the second part of it in a
Where,
couple
where,
weeks.
where,
I mean,
where, where? I want to
oh
follow the
no,
journey.
oh no, hell no! I'm throwing up 275 right now without the HGH and the Anavar, just on the TRT. So we about to beast it and start in a couple weeks when I hit with the trainer
How
and
tall
then
are
the
you, Drew?
nutritionist.
How tall
Oh,
are
we
you?
going. I'm 6'1".
Oh, okay, that's good.
And you got that PPO insurance, you get nutritionists under that. So we're gonna do it right, baby. We're not like Tiafimo being cheap. We perfecting athletes over here.
Mm.
Shout out to thank you. You brought up a good point. I'm tired of these American fighters acting coddled and entitled. What did Usyk say when they offered him the bag? I don't need to be there for my child to be born. He ain't these dudes that need to get married, need to be there for the child is born. I got work to do. I'm a fighter. I'm not going to believe a fatherless Puerto Rican that already ducked undisputed at 35 anything he got to say.
Damn, champ.
I'm not believing no Puerto Rican, but this adds to the message. The Puerto Rican dude, it's going to be a Puerto Rican massacre September 14th. When are the fighters just going to fight, bro? That's their job, right? It's musty. And I'm with Two-Tone. Now I know why Two-Tone is the ambassador of Plug City and he riding with the Amigos because the Amigos like to fight. You know what I mean, Tone? Even the brothers from AZ built a little different. I don't know how they built over there in Essex County anymore. Shakur
Oh,
making y'all
don't you
look
go
bad,
there,
man.
Drew. Listen, I'm glad you said that. You want to know why? Because right before and with every statement, the difference is Shakur is from Newark. I'm in Newark. That's the difference. So go ahead, Drew. Speak on it.
Nah, but Ness, like, man, we keep giving Shakur the benefit of the doubt, How many times has he attached to stories where it's not the right offer? It's this. Y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, you good.
Nah, Tone, it's musty. This is red chilaquiles. It's not verde chilaquiles, Tone. You know I love the verde with the crema. I don't know what's going on with Shakur, yo. He want to take easy routes. He ain't built like that. And the last caller, he's not built like that, bro. He ain't even on Devin Haney's height. You know, Devin Haney is taking the tough fights. Ryan's taking the tough fights. Teal's taking the tough fights. You didn't put away Oscar Valdez, bro. You was running the last 3 rounds just watching the clock of that fight. Like I said after the fight with who was it, Artem? I'm not watching a Shakur fight as long as he's the A side. I'll watch it if he's the B side against Tank. You know what I mean? Because he's not doing nothing for us to get excited about. But it's back to that, typical Puerto Rican fighter stuff. September 14th, all the Puerto Ricans get knocked out at border wars torn. Me and Gio got 150 for each Puerto Rican getting knocked out. Berlanga gonna get knocked out. And before I go, Ness, hit my music. That's my call, baby.
All right.
Oh my.
Puerto Rican bounty at border wars?
Yeah, man. Boys got a bounty on them Puerto Ricans, man. But I want to double down on something, and Drew mentioned it. I think, it may be advisement. Like Shakur has a lot of good people in his circle, but he's not being advised right. He's got to grab a hold of an identity. Jay Swift just said it. All of these callers are saying the guy's got no identity. Like, you're going to be a bad guy. You're going to be a cool guy. Hell, come out to the ring fucking crumping like Chris Brown. Choose an identity. Do something. Make me make you, more identifiable than your contemporaries, right? For Devin, it's the flash, the money, right? Tank is the streets, right? Ryan is the clown, the joker, the wild card. Who is Shakur? That outlaw shit. Him and Turkey made that shit up in the back. He's the outlaw. I don't even think I seen this joker jaywalk. Where's he get the name the outlaw? He needs an identity, man.
What you mean? He could definitely be the outlaw.
The outlaw? Explain.
Bro, he got the viral video getting down in the street.
Or that Walmart fight?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, man.
But he didn't he allegedly, was that a female? He hit allegedly. I don't know. Don't quote me on that.
Don't put that on him. Don't put that on him, Tone.
I'm just saying, he was definitely in a little street scrap, you know what I'm saying? On video.
Outlaw though, you gotta have like a few, scrapes and scratches. Like, you can't just, you know what I'm saying? First time offender, you get a PTI, you an outlaw?
Yo, you're not looking at his jacket, bro. The biggest one is he's the only boxer that was at the Migos death, right? Like, he was there. at the shooting.
Oh yeah, rest in peace, Takeoff.
Like what? What more outlaw you want? Like what other boxer was in a fatal shooting, like in the circumference of a fatal shooting that ended in like death, like on a high level rapper of that kind? Like who? I mean, you could easily tag him with the outlaw label.
Yeah, but I think an outlaw is more of a personality than it is a technicality.
And he acted out as an outlaw, as a still existing top ranked fighter. He started bashing Top Rank.
Well, hold on. No, not with them umbrellas, holding them damn umbrellas in the rain. He wasn't looking like no outlaw. He was looking like Farnsworth Bentley to me.
What umbrellas?
When he was holding the umbrellas for Jay Prince.
Oh,
I mean, but that's different. Jay Prince is not Top Rank. He manager.
I'm just saying that the name outlaw and Shakur, his identity.
But
the kid has no identity.
No. See, you tried to play him on that. Even that makes him an outlaw. You a boxer getting involved in street beef. You allegedly, in that video, he's allegedly the muscle. James Prince is talking to NBA Youngboy, and Shakur's the one like, yeah, we got your shit. You feel me? He's the muscle, the fighter.
Nah. You play chess. He looked like a pawn or what? A rook at best.
Hey,
he's Twitterson. He's Twitterson. That's what he is. No, he embraced it.
That's part of the outlaw role, though. Out there. He's outspoken on Twitter.
He ain't never been banned from Twitter like me.
I'm just saying. I don't know. I can see the outlaw. I don't know. I can see the outlaw fit him for how he's been moving for sure. I see that. I can see that.
The kid, man, like Billy the Kid, man, the kid.
Billy
like
the Kid was an outlaw, dog. Billy the Kid was an outlaw. He's still an outlaw. Cliff.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm wrong. I guess I don't know. Let me look up the actual definition. See what they say. How off am I?
He Jay Reed, man.
You ain't no cop, Jay Reed.
Jay Reed energy.
Yeah, well, he's certainly not an outlaw. That is a criminal and a fugitive. So, it would have to be figuratively. Cliff, you there? All right.
Mute, Cliff.
Dan, did Jay Swift come back? What the hell? He sure enough did. Get it off your chest, Jay Swift.
1 2 1 2.
We hear you.
Can you hear me?
We hear you.
That is 100% right. I brought that up before, and I thought about it. I shouldn't even tell nobody about that. But Ness is 100% right. That boy got gangster in him. He's not scared to be on his way to prison, because once you are not an accomplice, but once you see a murder and you don't report it to the police, you're what you call what is it called? Well, you can be charged with an accomplice of the murder. Once you see it and you don't report it to the police, okay, we'll say an accessory, because I couldn't think of a better word. But my point is, he was there. I saw him there. He was there. And they still haven't even came up with who really did the shooting. They're saying is DJ Pat, but whatever. The point is, he was there with Sean. Sean was one of the dudes holding the gun as well. So that was his boy. He rode with him. When all that shit went down, he left with them. He was also there when they killed the jeweler, Duke the jeweler. So when you say he's not gangster or he's soft, that's not the case.
Not soft, just not an outlaw. I would say he's not an outlaw. I'm saying, go ahead.
No. I understand what you said, but he was there at that. I've never been there. I've been in the streets my entire life from the Bronx. I've never been there. Do you understand the difference?
and I'm gonna tell you why there's a difference, because a lot of good kids get caught up in shit accidentally, and then there's guys that do things intentionally. That's what I'm saying. I couldn't call him an outlaw. I don't think his intentions are that. He's a good kid. He's a funny kid. I don't know. Like, we know that Tank, he got a funny personality. He got in the ring on some funny man shit. We know Devin like older chicks, fat chicks. We know something about these guys. We don't really know shit about his personality, really, other than he's on Twitter being defensive. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he got to do something that lets us know to buy into him a little bit.
His best friend, Sean, is one of the most well-known stick-up kids in Houston around the Fifth Ward. He's well known. So he's not going. They're going to not draw attention to themselves.
You may feel like it's your
Yo,
time,
I'm out.
but it's
All
not your
right.
time.
Jay Swift coming through. Cliff.
I like Shakur J. Reed.
Back at you.
J. Reed Stevenson. Go ahead, Cliff.
Yeah. J. Reed.
Cliff, back at you.
Why you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying. Yo, what the fuck is going on tonight? And my nigga Uncle Tone. Cauliflower Bum. I heard you on that Spaces through defending Ryan sounding crazy. My nigga King, from Yes Mans. All bowed down for a link from the leader of them all, Ness Diddy, raping you records. Yo, y'all niggas is crazy, yo. Y'all gonna let a little fucking clip of Coach Kenny Ellis sway y'all all to just jump on Tank? Y'all, what Raymond Ford say? Y'all niggas is dick eating right now. Pause.
Champ, did you
Tank
not
just
hear?
did it.
That's
I don't-
Shakur's
You
manager.
don't gotta cut me off. You don't gotta cut me off. He ain't never make a fight. When he was on top rate with Bob Aaron, that nigga ain't make one fight. And let's get out of here. Kick rocks with that bullshit. He ain't make one fight in this nigga's career. I heard Kenny on these fucking interviews. You must only listen to your content. I heard Kenny on these interviews with Mill City and Shakur's uncle, aunt, manager, best friend, fucking all of them, all Tank's fucking crew. Niggas talk about he missing teeth, all that bullshit. Them niggas been y'all niggas saying anything, y'all gonna jump on it. So yeah, Ness, you pushing the narrative of bullshit. Like this was our could be main event for the nighttime of fucking host. Ness, yo, I swear to God, yo, you will sell beat bags, bro. You selling us motherfucking sheetrock right now. And that shit is pathetic. I swear to
Yo,
God.
you whack as hell right now.
No.
That's
I'll be like
Antonio
that.
Leonard.
Yo, I don't even understand what you said,
I
Cliff.
swear
I
to
gotta.
God. I swear.
You don't have to, yo. You don't have to. None of y'all don't have to. Just let me get my 3 minutes. I'm shooting shots for the whole 3 minutes until my fucking shit.
You
The
shooting
motherfucking
shots with your
ladder is
eyes
empty.
closed, baby.
Man, please, yo, you was talking about Shakur like a pawn. My nigga, you like Ness's pawn. But I don't even want to take it out on you. Let's get to the point. Y'all niggas is all yes men and it's just being led by the blind. Bro, it's so simple, yo. Shakur just put out an interview. Y'all talking about y'all haven't heard from him. He just put out an interview today. Did y'all not watch it? It might have been from a few days ago, but he just put out an interview with his big brother. He said that him and Tank is gonna fight whenever Tank is ready. Do y'all not watch the fucking interviews?
Whenever Tank is ready.
Whenever
We
Tank
saw
is
that
ready, he
nigga
said, "I'm ready
shirtless with
now."
the moissanite chains on, nigga. That's what we saw.
Yeah.
Get
and
your
what he
ass
said,
out of here.
what he said in that video when he was sitting in his house said, "Come on, man, I'm calling you out, bro. Why you
may
acting
feel
funny?"
like it's your
And now
time,
he's ducking. What
but
y'all
it's
heard
not
from
your time.
Tank?
Man, we gotta go, Cliff.
Yo, Tank and his crew might have roughed him up at a PBC show. I don't know why you got so much animosity towards Kenny and them, man. Because when I speak on boxing, I don't speak on no particular fight. I take my position on whatever, but I don't know what this calling about this Tank this and Tank that. You keep taking positions on fighters, champ. That's you. You a fan of man. That's on you, champ. I'm a fan of boxing, women's boxing, everything included.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. He's talking about,
I got no
y'all
clue.
want to play a video of Kenny and believe Kenny. Why are we ignoring the video of the manager? Why are we ignoring the video that I've played now how many times of Antonio Leonard? Oh, Antonio Leonard.
Where'd that video come from?
He is part from the
He was on Willie D podcast.
Yeah.
Now look and watch the play. Willie D, who's a former Rap-A-Lot artist, Rap-A-Lot owned by Jay Prince. So this is almost a direct, you know what I'm saying? Like as close as the Rise podcast is to Tank. Willie D being affiliated and putting boxing content, used to box himself, but can you imagine? His former label owner, Jay Prince, is also the manager of Shakur Stevenson, and they have Shakur's manager, Antonio Leonard, on there. So this is as direct as it gets, if I am my say so, right?
Yeah, but and he ignores that. He says we talking about Kenny. No, I played both clips. You trying to be, sell a narrative. I'm playing both clips, and I'm gonna play it again and screen share it again. This will be now third or fourth time, because obviously people just jumping in.
How likely is it that Shakur Stevenson fights Tank Davis?
At some point, they both keep winning. It's like, what are you going to do? The money going to get so big. Floyd Mayweather fought. They was talking about Floyd Mayweather fighting Manny Pacquiao 7 years earlier before they ever fought. 7 years earlier, they both probably would have made $10 million apiece. When they did fight, the pay-per-view did $460 million, and the gate did $82 million. They both made over $150 million in that one night. Mm-hmm. So they eventually gonna have to fight each other. There's no doubt about it. But I don't have no problem with it happening, 2 years from now. It just makes the money get better. But I don't have no problem with it happening, 2 years from now. It just makes the money get better. But I don't have no problem with it happening, 2 years from now. It just makes the money get better.
I don't know how Cliff didn't hear that video.
So that dropped a month ago. So that is current. When did he fight Artem?
July 6th.
Okay, yeah. So that video dropped about a month ago. So yeah, 2 years.
Trying to tell you, people will say anything to defend their favorite fighter. They'll put you through the ringer and say that you a hater, you love or protecting a certain fighter. They refuse the audio. Like, look how aggressive he was with some. He talks to us every day. Look how upset he is at us because his favorite fighter is being cast in a certain light. But the audio is there. It's not our words.
He done took his 22 from out the shoebox and stood in front of the mirror and growled and everything.
Yo,
man, come on, man.
Cliff was looking like Remy right now from Higher Learning.
Come on, cuz boxing, man.
He was so mad. James, what up? Bruh, shit funny.
It's funny as hell, man. What he doing, man? He goddamn shooting the gun like how Shoulder Boy was when he told me that shootout story.
Bow, 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 bow.
Bow, bow. Yo, man, what's up, fellas, man? What's up, Two-Toe? What's up, Ness, man? Look, real shit, I ain't got a problem. Nothing, man. I ain't got a problem with that 2 years, man. I mean, like for real, man. Like 2 years, possibly get an undisputed fight is going to definitely be bigger than his mentors fight, Bud and Earls. So I mean, it's going to be a good look, By that time, Shakur actually be more than ready to actually be on his way out the division, and that'll be a good standoff, win, lose, or draw. Can it possibly do Floyd and Pacquiao numbers? I don't think so, man. I don't think so, but can I see them both probably walking away with about 50 million each at that time? Because their profiles probably be risen that much by then. I could possibly see that right there. 50 million or better, especially with Tank. But Ness, man, I ain't called here to really talk about this, man. I really wanted to talk about Boots, man. Like, Boots supposed to be this killer. You telling me we about to get a Karen rematch too?
Yeah, Eddie allegedly put up an offer.
It's not a bad fight given the circumstances, Benitez. Don't do that. Come on.
Come on, my nigga. Like, that's protective custody. Let's keep it real. Like, come on, man. You got all these other killers.
Mando. He's a Mando, isn't he?
Oh man.
Cordina?
But
No.
unifications trump
Karen.
mandatories. We know that. With unification trump mandatories, we know that, right? So you telling me, look, Boost just started making 3Ms. You telling me he can't be like, hey Karen, I'm gonna get back to you. Let me go ahead and knock off Barrios. Let me knock off Norman. Let me knock off, Stanionis or whoever. But nah, we're gonna go ahead and do this.
No. It's very fair point. Very fair point. What I'll say is that number one, if those unifications are on the table, I'm sure Boots and Eddie, Fast Eddie, Eduardo Hearn are entertaining all of them. The other part of it is, I know a lot of the guys from the TBV universe, they always complaining, Boots, he couldn't cut the ring off on Karen. So now this fight, hold on, let me laugh a second. I got you, Benitez, trust me. Right? If this was his one difficult fight, then he gonna run it back and maybe perform even more spectacularly. And by the way, like I said, Karen fought his way to this position, so this particular Mando is okay if he can't get no title shots on the table. I'm sorry, brother.
Or he may look even worse this time, cutting off the ring and struggle and maybe get exposed even more and look even more vulnerable at 47.
Oh, ye of little faith, brother Benitez.
I'm just saying, all shit is possible, man. Like, why even take the fucking risk, man? It's a waste of time fight. You got
I'm glad you said that. Take the risk.
Why take the risk? I said, why take the risk? But man, it is what it is. There's so much bullshit in boxing, man. But I like how Shakur is moving. Shout out to Eddie Hearn. He always wanted the Joe Cordina fight. That's cool. Knock that off. Gets to pay the fight next year. Let him go ahead and spend time with his kids. Family support, and that's cool. All that shit's good. But man, Cliff, man, I fought with you, Cliff, man. But come on, dog. Like, man, you done. Like, you talking about niggas ducking and shit like that, bro. You goddamn committed a crime when you supposed to be permitting the goddamn amateur fight, my G. Let's come on, dog. Let's keep it a beam. You can't judge everybody, man. You need to apologize to goddamn King on me. Nigga's not a follower, man. That's like my OG. Gotta apologize to Two Tone, man. Only Mama Lobo can call that nigga cauliflower, but we can't call that shit because when Two Tone stand on business with y'all niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like, Two Tone ain't gonna be Two Tone. He gonna be a different nigga. So y'all niggas better beware. All that sweet shit y'all talk to Ness, man. Like, shit, man. Ness done did some shit, man. He'll catch you at the airport. He'll catch you wherever. It's on site. Anyways, man, shout out to you and shout out to the community as always, man. I'll catch you on the next one. I appreciate y'all niggas.
All right.
Appreciate you, JB.
Shout out to James Benitez. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to smash that thumbs up. We still trying to crush them goals real quick. We got to get to these super chats. Apologies. We got Dub $102. Tank says 6 fights. Ain't no way Shakur next. Duh. DC, you think that's true? If you do Shakur now, then there's no big fight if it's only really 6 fights? I mean, is Shakur bigger than Loma? If you leave Loma last, does Loma lose more luster because he would be older leaving him for last? You got 6 fights left. You said that when you fought who? Was Ryan part of the 6 fights, or did it start with Frank?
I think it started with Frank, but I think you can do Frank, Loma, then maybe Shakur, or you could do Frank. He did Frank, Loma, Dos Santos, and then Shakur. The Dos Santos would also be a good comparison. So that would be, 3, and then Shakur perhaps the 4th fight into that deal, if I count it correctly.
DC3 $2. Shakur said Tank Team reached out, but he also said that they never reached back out. Kerry G counterpunch for Tim Boski. JXV $2. Laughing my ass off. Tank Shakur never making more than Ryan. Tank made more than, maybe he means like the fight won't make as much as Ryan and Tank.
Right.
Pistol Parkway Mozzie $5. The caption of the tweet is, Ness from TBV says Tank did send an offer. Was the bait. Laugh out loud. They setting me up. DC3 $2. Tank will park everyone on his resume. Ya wildin'. Brambo $2. Go ahead.
Nah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, this is the problem with some people. Because if you look at boxing and watch it objectively, Tank, every time for years, I've tried to say that I ain't seen nothing special and this and that, but I've seen him flatten dudes. I've seen him come back and face adversity. I can't keep going against him. It's not about choosing him as a favorite fighter. Y'all the ones keep taking it personal. You got to use your boxing IQ and stop picking with your heart. Shakur is from Newark, but if there's a more talented fighter opposing him, somebody like Tank, then I got to use my boxing IQ. So, I mean, just because you guys have these attachments to the fighters doesn't mean you got to impose that on everybody. Everybody don't rock like that.
We got Brambo, $2. Tank Zepeda from Tank taking Zepeda from Shakur like he took Frank.
Facts.
Tone, you did say that, which would be terrible.
Tank in the catbird seat. And the boogeyman is back. You see him, he made a X appearance today. The boogeyman is back from Paris with Des Dior. Quality yams.
$5, Kerry G. Might be that all of Tank team strategic movement, not picking these guys early, have given them enough time to step aside him till he is in his 30s. So now you're saying they were trying to wait Tank out? Keenan Lofton, $5. People underestimate boxing ability to gaslight fans for years till a fight is made. Floyd Pack, Bud Spence, Canelo David. Now Curve versus Tank, bored already. I don't even know what statue that is, but some sort of statue emoji. Mad Bent, $100, $5. And I get him on that. I was just saying that during this show. Like, everything isn't Floyd and Pack. Like, it's just not fair. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, look, someone just sent me what Tone already verified. The interview is from June 24th. You know, this video ain't cap. Like, it's recent. This is after the Artem fight or right before the Artem fight. This is right before the Artem fight. That was July. Moving on, we got Mad Bet, $105. Second dose. Loma versus Core is that chicken fight or a duck fight. Tank roasts both of them birds. JD Spades is lurking. Shout out to Ness for keeping the boxing scene extra spicy day to day. Big up to Two-Tone for bringing some comic relief to TBV. TBV Undisputed, #1. Salute to you, champ. Appreciate you. We got ASAP, Low Dog. What up? Welcome to the prospect level. RRT Boxing with Mr. A. I love this news. Now we know what is clout chasing and him building his own lane. Shakur, hashtag Hardin, 3 faces in Hardin smoke. DC3, $5 counterpunch for at Pristine Sports. He say sending them counters. Julio Guzman, $2. Name of the game is boxing, hit and not be hit. Julio back with another 2. Cordina, Zepeda, and Cruz. Not too bad. Not too bad. You're right. It's not too bad of a 3-fight deal. DC3, $2. Call in. What? Who is call in?
Is this Kenny Ellis?
Oh, no. This is an old. He's talking about Jay indictment because of him saying that Shakur, you know, like he says certain things. So he's basically saying that is calling in ratting. Come on, this is boxing. Michael D, $2. Man, get Bill Cosby off the phone. See, these are when he was on. Charles Remington, $2. Kerr at homicidal parties, Devin at Diddy parties. Laugh out loud. Y'all terrible. Jerry Soriano, Shakur going in on Ness. X, Twitter. Yeah, he's lying. That's nothing. Unexpected. That's what he does when it comes to my name. End quote. Let him cook. This is Jerry. He calls that going in. Shout out to Shakur helping me raise my profile. Leonard Sterling, 2-pounder. Matchroom sent offer to Barrios. Karen and ordered Mando. Yeah, Leonard, you should know by now that's Eddie's camouflage. Like, the offer is sent to Karen. That's who they fighting. The decoy to 52 fake out the fans is we sent Barrios an offer who we know ain't going to accept it because he's across the street and he's PBC's WBC welterweight. Why would they serve him up to Gervonta, who decided to cross the street anyway? Eddie is just a very good promoter. He's playing chess. See, that's the beauty of chess. When someone moves a piece, you got to know why they moved that piece and see what did that piece open up for their next move. So again, he's telling you he sent the offer to Barrios. What does that really mean? That you ain't fighting Barrios, you fighting Karen, and then we going to blame Barrios for not fighting Gervonta. And that's why we fighting Karen.
To be fair, isn't Stanionis also with PBC in a 3-year deal?
Exactly.
So, I mean, what are his options? Brian Norman is with Top Rank. So again, we want unification. Again, I'm anti-side of the street. So if that's the case, I mean, what else is he to do? What else can he do?
Wait it out. Fight other guys like he's about to fight Karen. And I would have picked Blair to Flair. Honestly, I cannot believe the Matchroom is going to go back into the Karen bag in Philly. You could have did Blair to Flair in Philly. That would have been way bigger.
Now that I agree with.
Gavin Goins, $5. Timeout. How we tying a video from a month ago to Kenny video from yesterday? A month ago, Tank was still fighting Loma. Y'all reaching. This is his manager telling you a month ago the fight ain't ready until 2 years from now, but somehow that's not valid.
No, something has changed from a month ago. Something has changed, even though the projection a month ago was a 2-year. So in a month, instead of the 2 years, something has changed.
Yeah, it's no longer 2 years ago. Since it's a month, we're at 23 months from now.
Oh, that's that Chinese math.
Y'all think like the callers? Y'all really think Eddie Hearn going to not get Andy Cruz that fight? Yo,
Get
wow.
what? Get Shakur to fight?
Right, Andy Cruz and Shakur.
I mean, I wouldn't bank on it, but I wouldn't put it past Eddie either.
The route's there. Next year, Shakur could be his fights could be lined up.
But Andy hasn't shown it's really a wild card. Andy hasn't shown that he's on that level to go in there with Shakur, bro. Like you just got super hurt by Moran. Like
Moran hit harder than Shakur.
He got hurt by Moran, man. It don't matter. Shakur not getting hurt by Moran.
Yeah, he won't get hit. Yeah, he would have been running that fight. Track shoes that fight. Definitely. Big Moran. Oh yeah, Shakur definitely on his Twitterson vibe.
I got another video. Let's see. I don't know what this is, but I'm going to play it. This is in reference to the subject. Of course, this is Fannin. So credit Fannin Boxing, who has Calvin Ford on his show here in this clip. And let's see what it said.
So it got to make dollar sense, and I always speaks about it. If it ain't making dollar sense, it ain't making no sense. I always tell Shakur this: the fight gonna happen. It's just on what terms. You get what I'm saying? And he's sitting in a chair right now. He's calling the shots, but will his team take the money? That's what it's really about.
Now tell me that ain't relevant to the videos we've been playing. Will his team take the money? Come on, man. I mean, listen, we got General Camino.
Yo, Nash, what's good?
What up? Chilling.
Cooling. Good to hear from y'all. Yeah, bro, as far as the Shakur situation, it's tough, man. Clearly that style that he fights with and the way he's fought his last couple of fights it's been very telling, man. And a lot of people have seen it and they believe it and they're not trying to give him the opportunity. You feel me? A lot of fighters are saying no to him. So it's tough for Shakur right now. I don't know what's next for him. I mean, if he got an offer for the Tank fight, I'm going to be honest, he should have just took that shit, bro. If that's really the truth, he should have just took that. Because what it's looking like now is looking like the situation he had with Devin. You got an offer for Undisputed, and you talking about you should be getting more money at this point. Shakur just need to take the opportunity because you can't have a boxing career if you can't get no fights. And I think y'all was talking about the whole Jay Prince situation and Shakur when he had NBA YoungBoy umbrellas to his I think Bentleys or whatever card he had them umbrellas in. Yeah, I think when I first saw that, I thought that was a real bad decision on part by Jay Prince. I mean, you supposed to be putting these young kids in a better situation, pointing them in a better direction, and you got this young boy in the early part of his career sitting up with you getting involved in some rap beef. Personally, I just think it's bad business. If something happened to Shakur and he couldn't fight for a year and a half, what you gonna do then? I mean, it's just sad to see an old dude even behaving like that. It really don't make no sense. It's quite crazy. And it's even crazier to see that, Shakur may not have no real OGs in his corner that could talk to him. I mean, you see
And look,
Crawford, you see
Camino,
Go ahead.
to that point, that's why I said I didn't like the whole idea of Turkey called outlaw. Shakur outlaw. See, he's not an outlaw. He's a good kid. He's a funny kid. Show more of who he is instead of giving him this silly name. He's not an outlaw. He's not an outlaw.
Exactly.
I don't like.
Because what that's going to do, that's going to push him to try to live up to that name. You feel me? So he going to be out here in public sometimes probably losing his mind on certain shit. And that's the last thing you need for a guy that need to be in the ring healthy fighting. You feel me? So personally, when I seen that, I just thought it was bad business, man. You're supposed to be putting these kids in a better direction, man. Shakur got to let all that shit go and focus on the boxing, bro. If he gonna be the dude that's boring, he need to embrace that and try to make money off it that way. Cause he's not gonna turn into some street dude who's knocking motherfuckers out in the first round. Like, yo, that's Tank. You just, when God was handing out gifts, you ain't get that gift, and that's just is what it is. You feel me? So, I just think he need to get his mind right, man. He definitely got to get his mind right, and it's just sad to see because he got his uncle for whoever it is teaching him in his corner with him. Like, he should be in his ear too. The moment he seen some shit like that, you supposed to be boxing. You in the middle of some rap beef. Like, the shit is really crazy, bro. But
That's the bell, player. That's the bell. Let's see. I'm being told to continue to play the audio, so let's see what else is revealed.
Yes, sir. And so y'all say y'all sending them something? Y'all getting something?
We're gonna send. Again. We got to find the biggest fights too. You know what I'm saying? And he's one of
what other big fights you think?
So we gonna send him something. This is 3 weeks old. This 3 weeks old. This video.
There are other than
I ain't even gonna tell you yet. I ain't even gonna tell you. There's some big fights out there. You'll go, okay, that's a good one.
Oh, there are a bunch of good. I mean, it's Tank.
So outside of Shakur, he's saying that there's some big fights out there that he ain't gonna tell us. So we'll see, man. Maybe they bring somebody up or down like they did. Cause look, we wasn't expecting Barrios. That came out of left field. Obviously, I always have tried to manifest Tank and Crawford and Tank and Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman is more inactive than he's ever been. Maybe they dust Keith Thurman off for Tank and he moves up to welterweight for a one-off. I always wanted that. So, speak it, believe it, receive it. Shout out Deontay Wilder, man. We got a couple more super chats. But what do you guys think? What's a big fight outside the box? Calvin says something we ain't even thinking about. What could be big?
Outside the box for Gervonta Tank Davis, I have no idea. I think he's going to be William Zepeda. I know Floyd Schofield looks like he might be fighting Lucas Body on the Jake Paul card.
Stop. Don't say who said that. Who said that?
No, it only makes sense.
He ain't replied to me. I've been trying to get an answer with my Dominican brethren.
It only makes sense, bro. Jake Paul, smart businessman. Why not sign Lucas Body, the man that just knocked out H2O, one of the knockouts of the year, then get Schofield on the Mike Tyson card? That makes sense. That's Don King.
I'm texting the team right now. They better not lie to me.
That's lit. Tank, somebody we ain't thinking about. Nah, man. Tank, William Zepeda, or my man El Rayo. Get that bag, Rayo. Get it.
I'm trying to get Jamal Herring on. Just remind me that my main purpose is to find out about the Mike Gamble fight with Robert Merryweather on Pro Box specifically. You know. And obviously we're gonna address somebody gonna tag him when I said when Shakur fought him, he had arthritis. Motherfuckers ain't shit. Motherfuckers ain't shit. They know I'm trying to be entertaining. They want, hey, Jamal, you heard what Ness said from the boxing voice? Y'all worse than me, man. I swear. Who up next, man?
Ness, I mean, wouldn't being that Shakur is boring, why wouldn't he just?
I can't go off that premise, Mr. Two-Tone, the superstar.
I'll retract my hate. That's just my hate. Now, why wouldn't Shakur, one, be the Olympic guy, the American hero, or two, just rep Puerto Rico? You have Puerto Rican.
He does, but he do both.
Nah, he don't. He need to fully go there, like Berlanga. They both been in the room shirtless. Berlanga's Puerto Rican, bro.
He got to wait for the Cepeda fight to fully turn Puerto Rican so he could get a Mexico-Puerto Rico rivalry, but he missed the boat to become truly embraced by the island by fighting Matias. He should have fought Matias in Puerto Rico.
Facts.
Yeah, I don't know why, and this is what I'm saying, at least part of that Puerto Rican identity, he should embrace it. Then we have a caller just, to let us know his father's from the Lower East Side. Like, come on, man. Matter of fact, that was Enrique. Casual, right? Put us on. So there's so many things he could do to embrace and let y'all know who he is. But I got to cut out, fellas, letting y'all know who I am. King, I mean, of Essex1 on IG. King, I mean, of Essex1 on Twitter. The championship rounds on YouTube. We'll be back in the morning. Y'all got that interview with Jamal Herring. Let him know, man. Salute to all the troops and thank you for his service. I'm out.
Peace. Mozzie, $5 again. Tank can't take Cepeda. Panda agreed to take bread from Turk. He don't want to go against his word on Big Turk. James in Atlanta, can we add Musty Energy Award this year? Damn. Years of lurking, $2. Didn't Ness just tell Benavidez to wait 5 years? What Benavidez?
David.
Wait 5 years for what?
For the Canelo fight. You said stay at 168, get on the Bum of the Month tour.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because he was the mandatory. You got to – I ain't never give a time frame, but I definitely said stay there and let your shit be called, get that belt, had him strip Canelo, all that greatness. H-Town, $2. If Canelo a duck emoji, Tank is a baby chicken emoji. Lil Zooted, member for 42 months on the prospect level. Next member chat emoji to be Shakur crying in O. What is O? But I guess he meant Olympics and didn't finish spelling it. I know, man. Look, Jonathan Sims says, damn, 700 plus people watching, 300 likes, musty energy. I know. That's why I'm a members only chat, man. I've decided you guys don't love me. It's all good. Khaled, what up? Indiana.
Yo.
You.
Hey, yo, real quick. I'm like not a Shakur Stevenson guy, but what I'm also not with Muggs just saying take the opportunity, just take the fight on the account that if this is gonna be a big fight, like I's gotta be dotted, T's gotta be crossed, like shit gotta make sense. Like if I'm finna get in here with arguably like one of the biggest punches in boxing, money gotta be right. Shit gotta make sense. Like, these is huge risks. Fighters is putting their lives on the line. Shit got to make sense. So all the dollars and cents got to make sense. I don't know the whole logistics of it. I'm just only speaking on the fact you got to just take the opportunity. Yeah, it's true, but then, like this money got to be right too. Like we got to make sure this is straight because when this L come, I need to have the money right because I'm finna go back in the gauntlet. I have to work my way back up in my career. So the money got to be right. Like, I need to be setting my shit up. Like, a Jermell Charlo took an opportunity. That's a Canelo fight. You got to take the opportunity. But then it's like you make $10 million one time, or you make $5 million 5 times. Like I can't tell the man not to take the a Canelo fight, but he did that shit. I don't know where the fuck that man is. I don't know where he at, what he got popping, what his edge is. Like, so motherfuckers just be like, yo, jump in the ring and take them. Yeah, we can do that, bro, but shit gotta make sense. So, yeah, man, like I said, I'm not a Shakur Stevenson guy, but I also want to make sure that, like, motherfuckers is getting the money that they supposed to get, and shit gotta be right. You know, I'm not with him overvaluing himself by no means, but shit do gotta make sense, bro. That's my call, bro. Thank you.
All right. Man, the way people are reacting to the news that Gary Jonas is saying that it did shy of 200,000, everything boxing quoted that, and he posted it on his Twitter, and he's got massive retweets and engagement on that. And it originated on our morning show when I interviewed Gary. But it's just unfortunate going through those comments and reading how people were like, did anyone expect anything more? What did you expect? Like, I'm shocked, bro. I really really enjoyed that card. I can't believe that card is being, treated as if it was regular schmegula. That shit was fire to me.
That shit was fire.
And we were
the
in that
whole
studio
vibe.
so many hours. Like, again, I know they know me. They know I usually just fall asleep on that couch. I didn't go to sleep. Like, that shit was rocking from the beginning to end. I just can't believe that we will never be satisfied as a boxing fan community, bro. But shout out to Dan, the boxing man. This, gave me a great suggestion. When I said to you, and I mean, what could Calvin Ford possibly be thinking when he says big that we won't expect? Devin and Tio is big. But I don't think it's Devin. I mean, Devin seems to be working with Turkey Al-Sheikh. He was press. He was front ringside with Al-Sheikh. But certainly Tio, who's been quiet and, not really quiet, but certainly only focusing his attention on Crawford and Norman. And didn't officially take the Norman fight, so maybe that makes sense. I think this is Brandon. I'm not sure. He might have changed his name.
Yo, what up, Ness?
It is. What up?
Oh, long time no talk, man. How you been?
Can't complain, my brother, and yourself?
Pretty good, pretty good. Haven't just
Good
making some money and stuff like that. I haven't talked to you since the Crawford fight. I just got to say a couple words on the Crawford fight. It was amazing. I paid for that card. I felt like I got what I needed from it, like in terms of the worth and the value, and I enjoyed every minute of it. And I heard the gate was like one of the most highest gates that they ever had too. So shout out Terrence Crawford for winning that fight against Madrigal. That was amazing. But in terms of this Tank versus Shakur fight, I'm just hoping that Shakur realizes that Tank is serious, and if he's sending an offer to Shakur, it's in Shakur's best interest to accept it rather than decline it, because a fight with Gervonta versus Shakur will be in favor of Gervonta, more likely, or I would say. But tables can turn on that, and that's debatable. But it's more likely in favor of Gervonta. Gervonta obviously has more skill than Shakur, more wins than Shakur. He's obviously more he's more of an expert in the sport of boxing. So let's be real. If they wanted to fight and Shakur accepted that contract from Gervonta and they fought, Gervonta would win. That's my prediction, and of many people's prediction as well. So Shakur is a great fighter, and I won't take away anything from his skill, and I respect him, and I enjoy seeing him fight. He's amazing, but I feel as if he just can't match Gervonta's level in terms of the way that he boxes, the timing of each punch, and just the overall just aesthetic of how Gervonta Davis fights. You don't want to see a boxing match with Shakur over Gervonta. You want to see Gervonta Davis fight. It's the style of fighting that Gervonta brings to the table is why people continue to watch it and why people love to enjoy his boxing matches. People love his matches because he brings a certain element to it that many people can't bring. And that's the reason for why people love boxing. It's not because Shakur is trying to beat everybody up and stuff like that, fight everybody, talking smack. Yeah, that's part of it too, but that's only a small part, a small sliver of the sport. There's other elements to it that helps it improve too. That that I feel that is even probably more important than other things. So if this happens 2 years from now, that's a long wait. I don't think it'll take that long. I'm hoping that it comes to fruition in reality, and we just don't keep talking about it and wishing it'll happen. Let's make it happen. Let's do it. And that's why I'm just pushing for this fight, and I hope others will push for it as well. Similar to the Canelo Terrence Crawford fight, this will be a big money fight as well. So yeah, man. Thank you for letting me call.
All right, brother. Appreciate you calling in. We got Lids Low, Decatur, Georgia. What is up?
CBV, what crack-a-lagging, man?
What's going on, champ?
Man, everything kosher. Two-tone, what's shaking, man?
Chilling, man. How you doing?
Man, all is well, bro. All is well. Y'all know me. I'm keep the shit simple and short. I don't know what the fuck going on behind the scenes. All we know is what people say on camera, right? And I ain't for the bullshit. I don't pay attention to all this, all this bullshit, bro. That's what it is. When it come down to the fight, I got Shakur being Tank. Take it how you want or whatever, shout it. I got Shakur being Tank. Now, all this shit in the midst in between, I don't got nothing to do with that. I don't care nothing about that bullshit. So y'all saying Shakur team said that it's 2 years from now, right?
Yeah.
All right. So this what I say. Shakur, don't say Tank name no goddamn more. And remind you, Ness, Shakur my number 2 favorite fighter. I still like the way that bro fight. I still want him to get that Jermaine fight again. But don't say shit else about Tank, shouter. If you ain't gonna take
Tank on
whatever condition. Huh? Not Jermaine. Oh, my bad. What's the one here? The last fight he had.
De Los Santos rematch or Artem?
De Los Santos. My bad. De Los Santos. I'm sorry. De Los Santos. I'm true sorry. My bad. So just don't mention Tank no goddamn more. Tell Calvin them don't mention Shakur. If y'all saying he ain't gonna, not y'all, but if they saying he ain't gonna take the fight, well, ain't nothing else to talk about. Like he said, he got another big fight goddamn coming up. Mention that fight and let's get that going. Man, I'm not about holding up goddamn divisions and shit because we all waiting on one motherfucking fight. Bro, excuse the language. But this is how I feel about this shit. Because I don't got to get in the ring and motherfucking swing. It's simple. I know it's business behind this. I know you got to get the money right, and I dig that. But goddamn, do that shit behind the scenes then. When y'all get the shit right then, bring it to the front saying, this the date, this one we gonna fight. Y'all know me by now behind talk shop. This is what I'm about. Action. I don't care nothing about all the figures, the numbers. This motherfucker ain't selling this, he's selling that. Fine. Tank the A side, cool. I want to see the fight, man. Fuck all this goddamn jibber jabber, dog. I'm dead ass serious, man. I'm sick of these motherfuckers.
Hey,
Go on to the next man.
Let me get to. I got Jamal Herring on real quick. We wanted to get a few words in him. We'll get right back to you.
Do your thing.
All right. Jamal, how you doing, brother?
My bad, bro. I'm still waiting. I'm waiting on the message. Like, yo, why you ain't hit me back? I'm good though, bro.
I had sent the link.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
no worries, man. We rocking out here, so it was good that you jumped on when you did. What happened was that your fighter came up on our earlier show. I don't know if you got to catch that already.
Michael.
Yeah, so you caught that. Great. We just wanted to keep pushing the issue to see, is it too soon? Is it something you would consider or no? Because obviously, I had Gary Jonas, the owner of Pro Box. Yeah. He had a long-term deal with Robert Merryweather. For whatever reason, that ended. They say Merryweather wasn't the style they're looking for on Pro Box. Me and my audience disagree. We thought that, Merryweather performed well in both of his fights, and we were insisting he gets another opportunity. And it looks like, Gary is willing to do that. So the audience asked Gary, would he do your fighter versus Robert Merryweather? And he said, absolutely. Obviously, he also said that he's not into putting two prospects in together so early, that he would prefer to send Merryweather some other opponents. But if Merryweather were to accept that fight, he would be willing to make it. So I just wanted to get your thoughts. And I
Oh
hope
no,
this.
I mean,
You are there.
I'm still there, bro. I'm still there. Hold on.
Nah, no
But
worries.
for me, it's whatever. Like, cause you gotta look. I look at the landscape. Let me get back on. I look at the landscape. As you can see now, there's not too many. Like a lot of the young prospects. If you look at it, some of these guys fighting for world titles are like 10, 11, 12 fights now. You know what I mean? And like if you look at even what Turkey's doing with a lot of these fights, a lot I in my opinion I call a lot of these fights 50-50 fights even at early stages. Instead of the old way of how we used to like watch fights build up to microwave them, like we would say whatever. But it's what, like, for me, is what Mike Kell wants to do. I spoke with Mike Kell today. He got a fight coming up, of course, with Pro Box. So I always keep up on him to make sure he's doing what he got to do to stay sharp. And I always tell him, I said, listen, bro, you gotta every fight, in my opinion, is gonna get harder. If you make it hard on yourself, if you don't do what you got to do. But I feel like today's boxing landscape, they ain't giving a lot of prospects too many gimmies to they 20-0 anymore. You know what I mean? So it's like I always try to tell them, be aware. You might get a call one day, and it might be a simple fight, but that fight can also land you to, maybe a title eliminator or straight to a title. So with me, if that's what they want to do, and like I said, I always speak to my fighter first, and he wants to do that. And for the most part, Michael, he wants to fight everybody. So if that's what they offer on the table, if it makes sense, then why not?
What's your thoughts just on Pro Box and his stance, specifically the owner Gary Jonas's, reasoning was they're looking for a certain style. So the way I'm hoping that you answer is this from your firsthand dealings with them. Because,
Right.
again, they made it clear they're looking for a certain style. They don't even really dabble in the heavyweight division because you can't guarantee exciting heavyweight fights. It's supposed to be a guarantee there's a knockout, but, a lot of heavyweight fights end up sloppy, so they don't even deal with that much. They don't deal with
Right.
women. They only did one women's fight, one or two heavyweight fights.
Yeah, I try to get women's over there too. I try to get them to do women's boxing too, man. It was like we're just not into it right now.
Yeah, so they have their thing. They're like, this is what works for us. We're not hurting anyone's feelings. This is just what we're looking for. And Merryweather didn't fit that model. So I wanted to, as a manager, have you had to deal with that from other, promoters or networks? And have you dealt with that, specifically from them where they're like, look, we're going to give your guy a shot, but we're expecting a fireworks out of him. If not, because he specifically said Merryweather should have dominated, and because he didn't dominate, they
Right.
parted ways. I'm like, bro, he won every round to me, but I guess dominate in his mind, dominate meant knock him out.
No, I mean I know the format because, like I said again, we've gotten calls about certain dudes that I guess didn't live up to their criteria or whatever that they wanted to match up with because they were like I said, bro, boxing is a tough game, man, business wise especially. So like we've gotten calls where they want if a certain fighter doesn't live up to saying their standards, they either want them to be put in a tough fight afterwards, or like you said, they just get rid of them altogether. So, yeah, I'm real familiar with the with how things are going, especially with Pro Box. But like I mentioned earlier, I even try to get them to, take on women fighters, and it's just something that they're not into right now, at least. So. But for that fight, if it makes sense and if it gets Mike Carroll to where he needs to be at, then for me, it's I'm all for it.
And since I have you, I know that you you got your manager hat on. I know you helped Jermaine Ortiz in the past. I've been talking to him. We just had some scheduling conflicts. Anything going on with him? Because, he's no longer with Top Rank.
Right.
We heard all the rumors that maybe he was going to get a Matias fight. He shows up at the Matias fight. They don't sign him. And then mum's been the word. There's been zero traction on the poor man's name. And it's like,
Man, Jermaine, you gotta call me. Like I've been, like Jermaine is like he doing this thing, whatever, he doing his own thing. But like I've actually like what fight was it? What was y'all guys gonna know what I'm talking about, man. William Cepeda's last fight. William Cepeda's last fight in Vegas. Because
Giovanni. Giovanni
his last
Cabrera.
when he had fought my man
Southpaw from Chicago.
No, William Cepeda. The ones about the trying to fight Shakur.
Yeah. You saying when he fought Zepeda last? I mean, he fought Giovanni.
Oh damn, nah,
Cabrera.
not that fight. No, I'm sorry, not that fight. Then the fight before in Vegas. My man from the UK. Was it Maxie?
Maxie Hughes. Maxie Hughes.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Around that time, I ran to my man Eric from Golden Boy, and I was basically breaking it down to him about Jermaine's situation. And we actually had a call, like, what was that, a Friday, Saturday night fight, whatever we had a call scheduled for that following week. And I was trying to connect with Jermaine on it, like, listen, bro, like, hey, I got their ear over here at Golden Boy. I know where, the situation between you and Top Rank, but there's still things we can do over here with Golden Boy, and especially right now you see them they're loading up their 140 division at Golden Boy, but like we just never got back. We just never heard from Jermaine after that, and you know what I mean. So I had to basically cancel the meeting with Eric because it was basically a phone call because Eric, Eric's cool. I mean, Eric, I've been around him since I turned pro. So and I put on both Golden Boy cards. Me, I never burned any bridges, but like I try to make something happen, but I just didn't hear back from Jermaine. So it's one of those things where like you know, they'll make good. There's good fights for him to make. It's just that like he got upset at the table when the opportunity comes knocking. So that's what really happened with that situation. I know. Also, my man Kevin Rooney at Matchroom also spoke about potentially sitting down with doing something with Jermaine, but we just didn't hear back from him at that time. And you know what I'm saying. So I figured he either found something on him by himself or he was just taking a break. But I haven't heard from Jermaine since then. But for me, it's all love with Jermaine. I still want to see him do good things. But again, it's like when the calls come, you gotta be prepared.
Damn, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But since you brought up Golden Boy, do you think that would have been a good fit? And how do you think that's going to work out for Kenny Sims that just signed to Golden Boy and has been needing the big box promoter in his career for a while now?
It's great because me and Kenny spoke around that same time when that was going down because I was over there training at DLX and me and Kenny was sparring and stuff together. And we was talking about what he was doing, and he told me that he was speaking with Golden Boy, and that was coming up. Then I started seeing that Golden Boy was also loading up guys from all over at 140. Arnold Barbosa. They just got my man Jose Ramirez. So I think, in my opinion, it would have been a great fit for him. You know what I mean? Just to go over there and make good fights with a lot of potential from guys over there. He'd have made a lot of great fights. He still can make a lot of great fights with a lot of guys over there.
Jamal, let me ask you. Were you representing yourself when you fought Shakur?
Nah. Shout out to my man JC. And at that time, I was still with I was with I had to basically deal with MTK. That was my last time dealing with MTK. Before that thing had because I had to deal with MTK to get the Frampton fight. And y'all remember after the Frampton fight, I had to fought Shakur. For the man, he was my mandatory, so I dealt with MTK for those two fights. But after the Shakur fight, we just severed ties from there.
Again, since you're in the managerial world now, to the best of your knowledge, Antonio Leonard is part of James Prince Management Company, correct?
I didn't. That was news to me. I just Antonio Leonard. I just my Leonard. Nah, yeah. I know. Yeah, Antonio. Yeah, Antonio definitely. Yeah, my man Antonio.
Yeah. All right. No, just because we were discussing an earlier interview that he did with who is it, Tone? Willie D?
Yeah, Willie D from Houston, Ghetto Boys.
Where he had said that the fight with Shakur and Tank will happen, but probably in 2 years because the money. He went down the Mayweather Pacquiao thing. I just think these managers, I don't know. Obviously, you are a former fighter, and maybe you're not as tainted from a manager standpoint because you don't have those years that in the game that they have. But why do everybody think like everyone can be Mayweather Pacquiao?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't like I said, I don't know. And that's like it's crazy. I was just talking about that today with my partner in LA about a certain situation like that too. But I don't know. Like I said again, for me, I feel like the landscape is changing where the managers, the promoters, whatever, are basically pushing the managers to make these type of fights. Because I think what they were saying, like Turkey, for instance, was basically the last fight with Virgil Ortiz, and they were trying to, sway to go this way, and it was like, nah, it's gonna be Crawford and yada yada yada. So like, I think it's just a new era of boxing now, where now they putting the pressure on these managers. Like, listen, if you're looking to get the money that you want, these are the fights that we want to see you win. So that's why we probably see. But I think you're gonna see. I've seen a lot of things change if, especially if you look at a lot of these promoters that we came up like watching, like from Top Rank to Golden Boy, whatever, they all really under one becoming under one umbrella to make the big fights to get the most money. So I think that's gonna have to change. That's why you see a lot though, also with Canelo holding his stance in terms of not working with the guys over there in Saudi Arabia and things of the nature. But I think like it's gonna have to change where the fans are gonna eventually win and start getting the fights they want, and not not when they're not worth anything down the road, and because we waited too long. So I think it just has to just take time for things to change.
Jamel, speaking
What's
of
good, Tom?
Shakur, you and Shakur was friends, correct?
No, we're still cool. I was just speaking to him about a week or so ago. I was just
So
speaking to
before
Shakur.
y'all fought, you guys were friends?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just want to know, why do you think he fought you, but he won't fight Keyshawn Davis, being that they Call of Duty friends?
There's no disrespect, you know what I'm saying? Him and Keyshawn are a lot closer than him and I are, you know what I mean? They
Okay.
look at each other as brothers, so I look at it like that. So I understand, his stance. And he basically pointed out a lot during that build up because he was basically saying like, I really wasn't checking in on him like that as much as maybe like a Bud or a Keyshawn would, since I get it when we broke it all down. That's when like, after we fought, we kind of like made amends, and we just started keeping in contact a lot more after that. But that's the only reason why I can really say it. You know what I mean? The reason why him and Keyshawn are not, speaking about fighting each other.
Okay. And I saw that you said you're working on an app, which is for mental health for veterans.
Yeah.
Can you go ahead and explain what you're working on, or you're trying to work on?
Nah, like I said, like for me, I had a lot of time. Like y'all know me, for me, I try to stay busy as much as possible, especially when I have a lot of downtime. So I just been thinking about everything's been going on. Especially with veterans. I know a lot of veterans that are not here today because of mental struggles and things of nature. So, and plus we also hear about a lot of veterans complain about the VA, or they feel like the VA is not getting them the treatment they need. So I was basically, I just got a matter of fact, I got a call today about going forward with the development of the app in terms of helping out veterans, just basically like seek help outside of the VA, or like link up with other veterans to like, to cope and vent and mend with each other and things of that nature. So like I'm just trying to basically build something to like to bring the community together to help out veterans from all over, and not even just veterans, just civilians out here that deal with mental issues and things of that nature as well. So I'm just trying to like at least do something good outside of boxing or whatever, just to just to keep myself busy, because I always like to stay busy. Even today, saying I got a call about Mark Castro team want to fight or whatever. So I'm like, so I never say no to anything, but I'm like,
Want to
yo,
fight you?
yeah, Mark
Oh
Castro's
wow, they
team.
finally want to step up. That's crazy.
So we were just working out the weight. He says he can't make it at 130, so they want to do it at 135. I told Lou Bella, I'm not gonna say no. I'm not gonna say yes. Just do your part as a promoter, and handle your business with my team, and we'll see what happens. I think they want to do it like November, December time frame. But I know Matchroom wanted to do it probably early in the year. But I was already busy and tired. That's why I was in Vegas doing my own thing, training. But like I said, for me, I ain't never run for nobody. But if it makes sense, then whatever.
For sure, that's a good fight. That's a good fight. Well, champ, those are all the questions. We just wanted to get your thoughts on a few little subjects, but thank you for breaking that news about the
Yeah.
potential fight with yourself. And
Oh yeah, matter of fact, and Mickey Roman's people reached out to me yesterday. reached out to my team yesterday trying to fight too. I ain't know
who?
Mickey Roman. Mickey, he fought
Miguel
Berchelt.
Roman?
Yeah, they trying to. They
Oh
want to
wow.
fight too. So I'm like, I just tell my team just to do their job and do what they do. And yeah, I know I ain't never been picky. I don't ever be hard for negotiations as long as it just makes sense. And I got enough time to do what I got to do in the gym. It's whatever.
Word. Well, give everybody your social media, champ, for those that aren't following you.
At Jamal Herring all over Instagram, Twitter. Good to see you guys. Shout out to my man Tone. Shout out to the box. The boxing voice, man. Y'all been cool with me since day one. So I'm always
For
gonna show
sure.
love when y'all pop up. But yeah, just
Appreciate
Jamal
you.
Herring, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that.
All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Manager fighter Jamal Herring. Good to get his thoughts. Phone lines back moving into 702. New caller, Vegas. Who's this?
Robert Merryweather.
Roger Mayweather. Man, we need a real name, champ.
Robert Merryweather.
Oh shit, Robert, what up? Why you ain't tell me send you the link? You don't want to be on the show?
No, I told you put me on earlier.
Yeah, I'm saying I would have just had to send you the link, but yeah, talk to us. I mean, I guess you're not happy with the interview.
No, I mean because some things were said that wasn't true. We've never turned down a fight. We've never turned down a fight.
Are you available? Because I would rather have you on screen. I could just
I'm available.
All right, I'm texting you the link.
Send me the link.
Yeah, you got it.
Text it to my phone.
You got it.
All right.
That is Robert Merryweather Sr., the father and trainer of Merryweather Jr. So he obviously heard the Gary Jonas interview. Shout out to Gary Jonas breaking all this news and ruffling them feathers.
Yeah, Gary Jonas was talking spicy this morning.
He dropped a lot of bombs.
He wasn't cutting turkey out of Sheik no bail.
At all.
No.
Julio Guzman, $2. Could you see Shakur Navarrete? Record scratch. We heard that in the past, but I don't know that we could see it now unless Fernando Beltran could pull that off without Top Rank, which Beltran is capable. I mean, he certainly pulled off the Jaime Canelo without Oscar, I meant to say. So he's certainly capable of doing it. What's up, Robert?
What's going on with you, Ness?
All good, all good. So you are basically saying there was no fight that you turned down.
Never turned down a fight, brother. Never turned down a fight. We like I told you before, we had a guy that was middleman in everything. So whatever he did, I don't know. I never talked to Gary myself.
I'm gonna give you his number after this, so we gonna make sure we keep this right so that you and him can talk, because he did let us know that he was willing to have you guys back on.
Yeah, but I've never turned down a fight. I'll put it like this: the first fight they gave us, we took the first guy they gave us. The second fight they gave us, they sent me a guy, and I told them per negotiation, they're supposed to send us three fighters, like they said they would, and we'll go from there. Even after they sent the other two fighters, I still accepted the first guy they sent me. So we never. And then he somehow, quote unquote, somehow he pulled out the fight, and we took the next guy.
Okay, can you repeat that? You're breaking up. I don't know. Maybe check. Did you jump off the Wi-Fi or something? But it sounds like you said that guy got injured, so you took the next guy.
Yeah. So we took the next guy.
Okay. Now, he
So
specifically
I mean,
said,
you gotta realize something, Ness.
I want you to address this better because he specifically made the assumption, or and he insinuated to the audience that the 5-0 fighter was 5-0, but his record was made up, and that he was basically expecting your son to get the stoppage. If your son is as good as they say he is, he should have got the stoppage. How'd that make you feel?
I mean, the guy was on his back foot the whole fight. So if you don't come to fight, then it's hard to stop somebody that's running. They got basically ran, and like I told them, I said once Robert touched this guy, he's gonna get on his bicycle. That's what I told them. They're like, oh no, he's gonna come to fight. He's gonna bring the fight to him. I said, all right, mark my word. As soon as Robert touched him, he got on his bicycle. Although he was the taller fighter, the longer fighter, he had more knockouts. It is what it is.
And what's your thoughts on him specifically saying that that was the second opportunity, trying to see if Merryweather could look dominant? He feels like the first opportunity. Go ahead.
If you look at the fight, he did dominate the fight. He won 6 rounds easy, convincingly. And even when guy may touch Robert a couple of times and he didn't follow up.
Robert, you breaking up? Are you on
kept coming
Wi-Fi?
forward.
Because if you're not on Wi-Fi, or if you are, maybe you should get off it and let it rock out with the cell phone. I don't know, because it's breaking up.
Ness.
I hear you.
Ness.
Yep. All right, he's having internet issues. Vegas ain't the best with the internet, I'm telling you.
Trash out there, that Teddy Riley Wi-Fi.
They had a lock on the internet, bro. I think it was like Cox was like controlling that shit forever. No one else could come out here. Now they finally getting other providers. But Gary made it seem like he didn't fight good enough for both those performances. But again, based off that interview, I feel like for Gary, the word dominate means get a knockout.
Or, I mean, I didn't see the fight. Was it an exciting fight? Was there action? Was there action packed? Like, was it entertaining? Because it seems like Gary.
I watched both of them, and because I'm a Merryweather fan, so like when he signed to them, I'm excited. I announced it, and I certainly watched it live. I was there, and then the second one I watched as well. Like I told Gary, I don't know what he did wrong. He dominated to me. He did dominate, but I guess dominate for Gary is a knockout. But damn, looks like Merryweather's not calling back in. We'll wait for that to happen. Big Gucci, what up? Half boxing, $2. Stepping and listening. Salute, TBV. Yeah, man, I'm late. I usually am already stepping myself, but salute to you. Get them steps in, champ. No Big Gucci? Okay. H-Town.
H-Town.
All right.
Ness.
Yeah, way better, way better. What's up?
Okay. All right, I'm back.
Yeah, so
like I was saying, I believe he dominated the fight. He won all 6 rounds easy, convincingly. And even when the guy did hit Robert, he didn't follow up. He stayed on his back foot. And even the commentators, I went back and watched the fight. Even the commentators said, it was a stellar performance.
Do you think that he just, like, the word dominate may just mean you must get a knockout for Gary Jonas?
See, and that's the thing. Dominate can mean different things to different people. He dominated the fight, right? But you can say, okay, he didn't dominate the opponent, which he did dominate the fight. He won all rounds, given what the opponent was giving him. You know what I'm saying? It's like a people criticize Shakur Stevenson, right? But Robert took the fight to him, and he still get criticized. You know what I'm saying? So,
do you? I don't want to say hate, but do you feel like it's unfortunate that you are already getting that criticism so early in your son's career? Like, I mean, Shakur is already established. You
no,
know,
it really in a way it does, but in a way it don't, because you're gonna get that. You're gonna get that coming up boxing. But you gotta think like we're from Vegas. We're in Vegas, right? And he's been in there with the best of them. Jorge Linares. He's sparring Rolly right now. Even some of the top prospects coming up, you know, they know what it is. So, I mean, what can you say?
now, is it? Do you? I mean, obviously, everything. I guess is worth entertaining. It doesn't mean that you're accepting, but do you foresee whatever Gary sends you moving forward being something worth your while, or do you think he's just trying to get your son beat?
We'll look at it. I mean, but you know what, Ness? And this is what I told him. This is what I didn't tell him. I told you know the people at ProBox. I told them like this. It doesn't matter who you put in the ring with Robert, as far as long as it matches up. He's gonna find a way to win. He's a winner. He's gonna find a way to win.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he holds his own with anybody. He holds his own with anybody. You know, you said something about Mayweather. There's a reason that Mayweather got rid of him. Mayweather didn't get rid of us. We left. We asked for the release.
Oh, I never said that there's a
no,
reason.
That's you know, but that's what he said.
Oh, you mean Gary Jonas? Okay.
Yeah, we left. They didn't get rid of us. They wanted to keep us. I keep every text message from everybody, and it specifically says Mr. Mayweather is not going to let you go. So at the end of the day, we wasn't getting fights, and we felt that we needed to move on and further his career. It wasn't a knock against Mayweather. It just at the time, the Mayweather promotions wasn't fighting their fighters. They didn't have dates.
What do you think of this Mike Gamble thing? It doesn't sound like he's serious because, you know, and I'm glad that he is, that he does have that side and he showed it, because he did say he's not into putting prospects against each other. That's not really the fight that he wants for your son, but he did say he would do it, and he did expect for you guys not to take it.
We don't duck no smoke, brother.
Well, we just had Jamal Herring on because, you know, we're pushing the issue here. He represents Mike, and he said, you know, they're willing. Obviously, he needs to see the offer, as do you, but he said he's willing as long as Mike wants it. He hasn't spoke to Mike about it specifically. He did speak to Mike today, but not about the potential Robert Merryweather III fight. Is it worth it to you to have your son try to prove something so soon? Gamble does have at least 2 more fights than your son. I believe he's 7-0.
Yeah, we're 6-0.
Okay, so it's right. It's right. I guess.
I mean, you look at it like this: is it worth it? We're not trying to prove anything. We're not trying to prove nothing to nobody. We don't have nothing to prove. We've already proved that Robert's a good fighter coming up. You know, I mean, if it wasn't, he wouldn't have took a chance on him, and he didn't do nothing wrong for him not to be there now. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't like he got beat. It ain't like he was in a close fight. You know, so we really don't have nothing to prove to nobody. But we don't duck no smoke.
Do you think it's being a pro box style is they want like bangers and like knockouts? Do you think it's kind of like unfair to pressure a 6-0 fighter essentially a prospect after just 6 fights? Because I believe it's unwarranted. Robert's a young fighter. He's developing. We're in a microwave era. Do you think that's unfair criticism when he's just trying to build his profile?
Yeah, it is. It is. It's very unfair. I mean, you if you look at any young prospect anywhere else, you know, they're being built, and not saying being built, but you know, they getting good fights to fit their style. You understand what I'm saying? We didn't spar Emilio Vargas. You know, we didn't spar some of the tops from over a top rank. You know, so you want Robert to go in there and fight and knock out a guy that's never been knocked out before, but it is what it is. You take it with the territory.
And I know you guys can't speak on sparring, but how bad is your son cooking Rolly right now?
Man, it's good work. It's good work.
Don't let him bait you, Rob. Don't let him
I'm
bait
not.
you.
It's good work. We enjoy Rolly giving us the work, and we're learning from it. You know,
Well,
I'll put it like this: I see Rolly winning his next fight.
okay. I mean, yeah, okay. That's good. That's good.
I mean, because I'll say it like this, because the looks that he's getting from Robert, you know, he's learning from it, just like Robert's learning from what Rolly's bringing to the table as well.
Robert's first world title will be at 30 or 35.
Hopefully at 30, but you know, you never know because Robert's growing. Like he's a big 130.
Because you're saying he's a big 130, do you think Moulton will ever? He and Moulton will ever be in the same division?
I knew you was gonna. I knew that was coming up. Yeah.
Hey man, every fighter needs someone that, you know, like Bud had his Earl.
Nemesis.
Robert needs that right from the door, and it could serve him better.
Well, Robert and Carmel's been going. They've been competing against each other since they were kids.
But do you believe that they will end up in the same division? Because it sounds like your son may be just he might just be bigger. Okay, you do believe it.
I believe so. Yeah, no. Carmel's a big kid. Carmel's big. He's not no small kid.
Now, what are your thoughts on Carmel? I'm not saying he's overlooking Robert at all, but when asked who he thought would be his nemesis in the future, he didn't say Robert. Instead, he mentioned Abdullah Mason.
Right, and that's fine. That's fine. I mean, we want everybody to overlook Robert. We want everybody to overlook Robert, and when the time comes, it just comes.
For sure. Well,
you know, you got to do your history. You know, it's out there.
What, did you guys have a win over in the amateurs on him?
That's amateurs, brother. That was a long time ago. They were kids. They were young. But what I'm saying is they've been competing against each other. They've made each other better over the years.
For sure. Well, let everybody know about the fight your son is in, because we're talking potential future fights. He does have a fight lined up. Let everybody know the date and where and how they could view it and buy tickets.
We have a fight September 7th back home. Robert's the main event. Louisville,
back
Kentucky.
Home. There you go.
Yeah, Louisville, Kentucky. Yeah, Louisville, Kentucky, where the greatest is from, Muhammad Ali. Right now, the tickets are selling good. You can reach me on Facebook, Robert Merryweather, or reach me on Instagram, _ Coach Rob _ we supposed to have another fight coming up in October. The beginning of October.
Where?
In Texas. I'll say in Texas.
Okay, which means Red Owl Boxing.
I didn't say that. You did.
Sound like it. Sound like a good old
I
Red
mean,
Owl Boxing card on the zone to me. But that's
you
all right.
gotta think, man. It's people love Robert Style. People love Robert Style. I
Well,
mean,
we going
he didn't got interviews from it. He didn't got people offering him. I mean, it's just from that last pro box, the last fight. You know, like we said earlier, Canelo TV, they just replayed it.
Yeah.
The fight, they just replayed the fight. So Robert's a fan-friendly fighter, bro. And it ain't his fault. And it ain't his fault that he's a slick fighter and knows what he's doing in there.
Do you think that it all just stems from you not being able to directly talk to Gary Jonas yourself?
Yes, that's what it was. I know that's what it was. Because I can take constructive criticism, and so can Robert, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you can't take constructive criticism coming from third party. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what's really being said.
For sure.
You know, and that's the whole thing about it. When you're dealing with third party, you don't know what's being said, what's not being said. We're willing. Robert's in the game of getting better.
Well, Mr. Merryweather, I think that is all the questions. I did send you that information. Give out your son's social media, and yeah, man, we look forward to getting you guys back on after the big win.
Okay, thank you. Here he is.
What up, champ?
You can see me?
Yeah.
You can follow me on Instagram at King Robert I and my Twitter Big King Robert. And keep track of my fight. I'm in camp right now, so make sure you watching all the little stuff and the build up to my fight.
All right, champ. Well, we appreciate you, man. Keep
Hold
working.
on, yo, champ. You messed with my little bro, Young Buki. You was in his rap video.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's my little bro out here in Arizona. He's an amazing rapper out here. I saw you in the video. Yeah, y'all was cooking, man. I appreciate you showing that young brother some support, man. Y'all two young kings out here.
For sure, appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Robert Merryweather, Jr. and Senior. We got Miami Mark on the line. Modern King Boxing with the $2 super sticker. Thumbs up. What up? Salute. Miami Mark on the line.
What up? What up? How I sound?
Straight.
Cool. Usually for me, like I'm against the marination, but in the sense of this fight, I wouldn't mind another year. I wouldn't really mind it. Give Shakur some time to. I'm just being real. I wouldn't mind it, and let me tell you why. The reason why I don't really mind it because it gives a chance for Shakur to. Because right now everyone's tying him to tank. And I get, yeah, he's been a champion, but let him get some more bread out there because once he fight Tank, yeah, he might get that payday, but might mess with the business, you know? But it goes on both sides. It can mess with the business of Tank too because Tank been serving us these knockouts. He get in there with Shakur, he might not be able to get that knockout. And what does that do with Tank brand? Now, if Tank and Shakur get it, I want to ask both of y'all, do y'all think it does like what Ryan and Tank did? 1.2 or even 1 million? What you all think?
Does Tank and Shakur do 1.2 million?
Yeah.
I would hope. I don't know though. You know, yeah. Ryan got a different type of social media.
Facts. So like the way that Shakur talks, the way he talks is perfect for his style of fighting. The way he talks is he says, nobody can beat me. And I don't know who was saying it earlier. They were saying that he should, lean into that Puerto Rican side of him. And I get it, but the Puerto Rican greats that people looked up to, they were punching guys. They had that punching power. They were stopping guys. But Shakur, he's not really stopping guys like that. He's not. They call him boring. He's a boxer. He's gonna go in there, use his skill, and out box guys. So he can lean into that, talk as much trash as he wants, say nobody can beat me. I'm the best this. I'm the best that. Build it up, make people want to see him because it. If he does that, it can get to the point where when he does fight Tank, people are going there to see him lose. But like what Mayweather said, whether they want me to win, whether they want me to lose, they all pay. So that's what I think Shakur should do. And who I got winning, well, it doesn't even matter because I don't even think we maybe get that fight, to be real. I don't know, man. Especially because Shakur is messing with Big Turk. And you see when you mess with Big Turk and Matchroom and them, did you all see the interview he did with the Zone today? What was that? I think they dropped it today. Did you all check it out?
What? Check
It
what
was
out?
The one with Shakur talking about his protecting his O.
Well, he did a interview with Matchroom. They dropped it. He literally did a sit down with Matchroom. They put it out, so I think he might be going over there.
I mean, he's already working with Eddie. I mean, there's been reports that Eddie confirmed that James Prince has given him authority to, negotiate on his behalf. But shout out to Treese that said Robert Merryweather Sr. could be talking OTX. When OTX goes to Houston too, they did the rodeo in Houston or some shit like that. I was thinking Red Owl, H Town, what up?
What up, Nate? Can you hear me?
Yep.
H-Town, baby. What I tell you next, they're going to avoid Shakur. They're going to go to 140. Tank don't want no part of it. They've been saying they don't want no part of it. They're looking for every excuse to stay away from actual boxers, to move. They got a jab. They have defense. They want people to engage with Tank. They want people to sit there in front of Tank. Hey, same thing they said about Canelo. But Tank's actually avoiding them. It's not going to happen, man. It's not going to happen. We might never see it. We might never see it. They'll find an excuse to avoid him again. They're hoping he loses. They're hoping he loses so they can say he lost already. And, man, he ain't fighting Devin either, man. He's staying away from Devin, too. If he fights Devin, I'll be surprised. Unless he's hoping that Devin's chin's all the way gone, after the Ryan fight. But it ain't happening, man. And people talking about, let it marinate, man. Ness, have you ever heard any fans say they want stuff to marinate? This is crazy because it's Tank. We're going to let it marinate?
Nah.
Only Tank, huh? Let it marinate. It's okay. 2 more years. They're young. Man, Tank going to be 31, 32 years old, and Tank out of his own mouth said he wasn't going to fight past till when he was 33. And, and who said that you told David to keep waiting and waiting?
Somebody said I said that. I don't know.
Hey, Ness, what's he doing right now?
Waiting.
What's he going to be doing at the end of the year?
Waiting.
And in mid next year?
Esperando.
And probably all the way to 2025, in the beginning of 2025?
Still waiting.
Waiting. So, yeah, he should have waited and got that damn belt. At least he would have had that damn belt and he could have said he's a champion. But now he's sitting there going to be waiting and waiting and waiting. Y'all guys are just dumb, man. Y'all just don't want to accept reality. That's reality, man. Quit crying. Hey, he made a mistake. It is what it is, man. There's going to be no viable fights or respectable fights. Well, let's say this. There's going to be no money fights for David till 2025. Hopefully. But in reality, probably 2026 in the beginning of it. But everybody's tripping, man. Quit crying, man. It ain't happening. Tank scared. Tank don't want to lose. He don't want to hear everybody saying you couldn't
That's
beat
the
Shakur.
bell, player, Himalayas. DC Tree.
Yo, yo, yo.
You.
What's the deal, Tom?
What's cracking?
Man, I'm glad you brought me on after this clown, man. You know, like, some people ignorance, it's clouded by hate. You know what I'm saying? Like, Shakur said out his mouth, you hear me? Shakur said out his mouth. They reached out. You know what I'm saying? The people in his camp on an interview with Willie D. Shout out to Willie D and the Ghetto Boys, H Time, you know what I'm saying 2 years. Why the tone switching up now? Why usually Shakur been calling his name. Why his tone switch? He quiet now. Why he so quiet now? Why he so quiet now? That's what I want to know, H Time. Like, H Time, what do you see that shows you that Shakur be Tank? I'm a counter punch for you to call back in. Tell me what you see, because let's go through their resumes. Shakur doesn't beat Barrios. If he would have fought Frank fuck around and would have beat him. Picture Shakur down 3 rounds on the scoring card. Has he showed us that he can go take a fight from somebody? And then I was looking at how Jamal Herring is. I'm like, man, dog, Shakur is just a bigger guy. That's Shakur was fighting on 26 pounds, is beating the shit out of him. Think about why he was able to move up so quick at 35. Cause he was bigger than them guys. He was beating the shit out of. You think Tank don't watch Valdez and Herring? That's all y'all bring up. Then when he got in there with real people that's gonna try to knock him out, what he did? De Los Santos. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we're gonna do, H-Time. Stop acting ignorant and calling in, making it seem like he ducked them. When his people in his camp saying, he said out himself, they reached out. And you keep saying it's Benavidez shit. Like, bro, come on, bro. It's clear as day Canelo ducked him. A dude calling your name and you sidestepped him. So stop the bullshit propaganda and the campaigns y'all running hating. Cause if David would have fought Canelo, who else he would have been fighting? If he fight Canelo, who else at 68? That's a fight for him. That's a big name. It's only a few other people, bro. He was gonna move up eventually. I'm out, man.
Timbo Skay is on you.
Yo,
You.
salute Ness, salute Two Tone, what's good? Salute to the TBV community. I hope everyone's having a great week. It's an interesting one that we have here. I'm in two minds, in fact. At first, I was a bit disgruntled with what Tank was doing, and I was kind of with Shakur on this one where I didn't believe that he really wanted to fight him. But now I'm just disgruntled as a fan to believe that how is it that we want this fight more than they want the fight, in my opinion. But then, like I said, these guys are multimillionaires. We've never been no multimillionaires. Hopefully, we do get to that stage one day in our lives. But I've never even had 500,000, let alone millions and millions of dollars. So when it comes to these young guys, I understand. I understand from because me, if you hear me speak, I'm fair. I'm fair with when it comes to this. I'm down the line when it comes to this type of boxing. I'm just a fan that loves the sport. So these guys are the ones that are getting in there. So I do understand when it comes to money, if it makes more sense in the future for these guys talking about tens of millions and millions, then I understand it makes sense. But as a fight fan, which I have no interest in their money or where it goes or who gets it, I want to see them fight. You hear Calvin Ford talking about big fights. What big fights is he going to give us? There is none. They didn't realize that Lomachenko wasn't going to take that fight. They thought, yeah, Loma's going to pick up this big payday. You already heard what Loma's team said. He's not interested in any money. He don't care about that. So they thought, oh shit, now the rabbit's got the gun. What you should be doing is correct, reaching out to Shakur Stevenson, which allegedly they did so. And now Shakur Stevenson is talking a different type of tone now, which I don't understand. It's annoying as fight fans. And as for DC3, man, don't worry, man, I help out H-Town, man. There's multiple ways that Shakur Stevenson can win that fight. He's excellent with controlling his distance, in my opinion. He does lean straight back, that's cool. But his defense is on another level. His footwork is exceptional, in my opinion. He could beat Tank in a multitude of ways. If Tank doesn't know how to carve that ring against that type of pedigree, which Shakur Stevenson's seen, when I say seen, he's seen multiple type of styles, and they're both southpaws. So I want to see how that works out later on down the line. Because if Tank can't land that big equalizer punch, what is he going to do? What type of mechanics? What kind of offensive mechanics? What is he going to do? What kind of adjustments is he going to make? But like I said, man, he's got a great puncher's chance, but I'm rolling with the elite pure boxer and Shakur Stevenson. Please, Ness, play that Puerto Rico music for me, man. Please. There you go. There you go. It's going to be an epic fight. This is what I like about. This is why I don't really, I'm not really too keen on the Americans when it comes to this type of fighting system. I don't know why you lot can't get the domestic bouts out of the way, man. These guys are reaching their 30s. They want to talk about fighting. Tank hasn't fought neither Devin Haney. He's fought Ryan Garcia, but they talk cherry picking. That was the weakest out of the bunch. I want to see him in there against big fights for him is Liam Paro in Australia. Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney can come back and fight him straight away. What's going on, man? We want to see big fights and the great fights and the best fight the best. Salute to Ness, salute to Kupo, and salute to the community, man. Peace. And salute to Kerry G for the counter punch. And I'll get that later on. Salute.
Peace. Two-Tone, where can they find ya?
All platforms, Two-Tone the Superstar.
We got Jerome the Barber, $2. How far are we from a new weight coming at 135? Ooh. A year? I would say, yeah. I think he's running out of fights. I mean, it might get stopped with Espinoza, though. We got to see what he's going to do with Espinoza. 3,800 Ernesto, $2. Ness, please tell H-Town, keep the same energy for Canelo. That is all the callers. We are back tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Get your steps in. I'm going to the gym. No excuses. We out.